Talk about the main event, baby.
Hola, hola. This is your boy Tico Tren, and it's the Relentless, Tru Sherm's Relentless. We're going to talk about the main topic is basically MrElite with Mr. Forma, and it's going to be various other topics on top of that. So everybody sit in. We got Tru Sherm, we got MiGTOW in the wind popping in and out like he's a child. We got we got Double Live, we got Red Pill Dusty. Yam will probably show up. I sent one to Red Pill on steroids, and Head and MiGTOW too.
Yeah, so let's go ahead.
Pop in.
Let's go ahead and clear the air, because for those of you who don't know, I'm not all about the views, baby. I'm not all about the subscribers, okay? I don't need them all. I don't need them all. Thank you. I love all the love, but please, it's not what it's all about, baby, okay? This is about just go ahead and clearing the air. You dropped my name and Tico's name, so this is something that you wanted to discuss here. And for that, I'm extraordinarily honored that you felt you felt that this was the route that you wanted to take. And when I heard that, when I saw your live stream, Mr. Former, drunk or not, I was extraordinarily honored that you wanted to, do this here. So let's go ahead and not build the shit up, and let's just go ahead and clear the air with MrElite and Penny AD. I think Bazooka Boobs. I don't know her name. I just call her Bazooka Boobs.
Bazooka Boobs.
or Tank Titty. I just call her Tank. I've just been calling her Tank Titty. She's black. She's kind of cute, but I just call her Tank Titty. And that's all I know her as. She's an elderly black woman, and she's in on it somehow, or she knows something. So I don't know. So I've been putting everything together like I think most people have been trying to put it together. I wish MrElite was here so he could be like, guys, look. I was masterminding.
If he shows him in the comment section, I'll let him in.
Yeah, please. Because no one.
I actually have his phone number.
No one's gonna like. I don't want to seem like I'm talking behind the guy's back, but obviously, Mr. Farmer wanted to come here today and go ahead and relinquish whatever information to clear the air with how, because I think the betrayal part of it, I don't think there's much of a betrayal, so to speak, but it's like my end of it was, I don't know if anyone saw my recent BitChute podcast, my end of it was, and it wasn't really directed toward MrElite, but it's just like, why give the trolls power? Maybe it's for views. Maybe it's like, okay, I get it. Make a video about these shitheads every once in a while. But it's like, this has been going on for quite some time. So a lot of people have been kind of putting two and two together, asking like, what the fuck is really going on? We all agreed not to talk about so, you know what I mean? And it's like, what the fuck is going on? Maybe it's because she's trolling him the hardest. That could be it.
She's trolling other people. She's trolling other people just as hard as she's trolling him, though, too. So
yes, but the thing about it is,
what is he doing? That's the problem. Is he roasting? Okay, he's roasting the bitch, right? So, what is he doing that wouldn't be reflective of what we believe in?
Some people are suspecting that he's, diddling with her.
And who is she? She's an anti-MiGTOW troll, basically.
Does she
He
know?
literally doesn't know who she is.
So Dusty's not. He doesn't know who she. Good.
Yeah, no. He basically like me when y'all first told me, y'all ever hear of such and such? I was like, no, I never heard of such and such. Basically, the same.
You're actually better than most of us.
Yeah, right. Keep it that way,
Dusty.
Yeah, keep it that way. We're gonna try to avoid saying her name. But we all know who we're talking about.
So you guys know, all right, so is she, so you're saying that she's an anti-MiGTOW troll and he's dealing with her?
That's the rumor.
I am not saying
that's rumor mill.
That's the rumor mill. That's around the campfire. That's where we're going to clear today.
Let me take you guys back.
And I normally don't, and the sad part about that, I normally don't jump in stuff like that, but since Mr. Former's on the show and he's going to clear the air, it's like, might as well ask the questions then. Basically.
Well, if he's diddling her, I inherently don't have a problem with that. But if he's simping for the bitch, that I would definitely inherently have a problem for that, because you're not representing us, and you need to go to Red Pill orientation and learn what time it is.
That question. So
now, imagine Red Pill Dusty's new to this, so he's new to the manosphere. So
He's
All
not
right, let's
doing
go ahead.
anything.
Let's go ahead,
not
Mr.
doing
But
he's right. But he's
Yeah,
right.
He didn't do anything sexual with her.
All right, so Mr.
Let me take you
Former,
guys back. Let me
the
take you guys back to
trial
the
of Mr. Elite, Mr. Former is the defendant for Mr. Elite here. So let's go.
Let me take you back to the beginning now, okay? This all started when we decided to rise up and get rid of all the bullshit, remember? Now, every troll that would come, everybody that would come and try talking about the bullshit, saying anything, we would get rid of. Now Penny wouldn't go. She wouldn't go. She wouldn't go. So I told him, how about this? Just leave her the fuck alone. Don't say anything to her. Just leave her the fuck alone. Just leave her the fuck alone. Right? But he just couldn't do it. He had to, like, she was just a pain in his side so bad that he had like a personal vendetta to just try to bring her down. Now, he just wouldn't let it go, as you could see. Now, what had happened was, I guess, because he called me, okay, and the plan was to get her into a position where she's comfortable, whatever, to get all this information, to get all this shit to bring her down, right? And I told him, it was a bad idea. Leave her the fuck alone. You see what I'm saying? And he just wouldn't. He just wouldn't stop. You know what I'm saying? He just kept roasting, kept giving her the attention. Then she started taking everybody's names. Remember this? She started coming out being Miss Forma, Mrs. Elite,
Yeah.
Mrs. Hate Vicious, Mrs. fucking everything. Remember all that shit? She started doing all that stuff. And then I told him, look, this is the time, bro. Stop saying her name. Leave her the fuck alone. I said, you see me, right? She says all kinds of shit about me. I'm not saying anything about her anymore. Don't give it to her. Don't. He wouldn't listen.
Oh, man, he has to deprive her of her emotional nourishment. Like,
he wouldn't.
Like, I would have. First of all, I would have pulled her up on the panel or whatever panel I was talking about. I would have.
Let him finish this. Let him finish the story, Dusty. Then talk.
I'm sorry.
And he wouldn't. And he wouldn't stop. Okay. Boom. So we finally, first mission accomplished. We finally got the info. We finally got pictures. I was even receiving intel.
Of her?
We got all these things. We got enough shit to bring her down.
Dude, so I not only know what she looks like, I could see the fucking braces inside of her mouth. So whatever Mr. Elite did, he did some deep detective work, my dude. So I got to give him that much because we got so much information from all this. It's
what was her rating?
Her rating is an absolute bottom 4.
You guys are gonna. You guys don't.
She's
rate
a 4
anything.
at least.
You guys don't rate anything. Don't give your opinions on her. Don't right now. Just listen.
Yeah,
okay,
don't.
Just listen.
Yes.
Okay. Now we got the pictures. I put some pictures out there on Discord. Do you remember, guys? I sent some pictures to people, text messages. Do you remember these pictures?
Yeah, I remember those pictures.
Okay.
My friend Marco actually talked to her. My friend Marco actually talked to her.
These are not her pictures.
I know it's not. I know it's not.
Okay. This is not her. Now, more and more time goes on, so she's still going up with the bullshit, and Mr. Elite will not fucking stop. I'm telling them, just leave her alone, man. Let's get out of the beefs of the things. Let's stop fucking feeding the trolls, man. Just move on with your message, do what you got to do. He wouldn't listen. He had to keep pursuing, So then, I guess it got to the point where this dude was going to say, look I'm going to do the ultimate thing, and I guess I'm going to pull a pump and dump or whatever, which is a total bad idea.
What?
I didn't get a chance. He didn't confide in me with that. I didn't get a chance to talk to him because I would have said to him, listen, don't meet up with this girl. Don't try to pump and dump. Don't try to do any of this shit. You know why? Rape allegations, motherfucker. Don't
True
do that
story.
shit. Don't do that shit. I didn't get a chance to talk to him or say anything because I had no idea about this until he called me up and said, "Hey yo," he said, "Hey yo, L, listen. I done met up with the motherfucker. Came out the airport, and it's a motherfucking man, bro. Penny Proud is a motherfucking man, bro. Let me.
Okay, wait. Before we continue, okay, I just want to reiterate The 4 I am giving, the 1, 2, 3, 4 that I am giving is to the person who we thought was pretty proud. Okay, just want to clear that. Okay, now with the whole thing with her being a man, going to that. Let's find out what the fuck that's all about.
What's up, Sigma E?
Yo, man.
I very rarely see you on my
Showed
channel.
up at the
Welcome to
airport.
the
He
channel.
went to the airport.
Like and
He went to the
subscribe.
airport. He went to the airport, and it was a 6'5", a 6 foot tall, 6 foot 5 inch tall, black ass motherfucker with some fucked up weave, some sandals, some goddamn nail polish on the toes, the purse, the whole guy me.
So
Okay.
who the fuck are we confusing for this person named you know who?
Either either she sent a decoy all the way out there on a fucking plane, or that was what is really what Penny Proud is. You understand? And I don't think somebody's gonna go through the lengths of getting on a plane, paying money and all that shit to send a decoy. That's
So-
what Penny
Shit, I've
Proud
done it.
really
I've done it
is.
several times.
Let me ask a question.
I've done it several times, so I wouldn't be shocked if somebody actually would do it.
This person who we think is the feminine looking lady, not the fucking. I seen the linebacker that MrElite posted. We all seen that shit. That was like when he told me when he posted dog that's her. That's Penny Price. I'm like, did you hear her voice? Was she using some
Did you
sort
tap
of
her on the shoulder? Did you ask her for her name?
you know, like, how did he know that was Penny? Or she could have been just fucking with him because
she came
this
down
is all the more
because-
reason why we don't fuck with the trolls. Why we don't
Because she
feed
came
them.
down because it came down the hallway saying, "Hey, Mr. Elite's first name." You know what I'm saying? And he was like, "Motherfucker." He turned around, grabbed his goddamn dog, got in the truck, and bunked out of there.
So how did
The
he
sad
get
part
that,
about the sad part
that picture?
the sad part about that though is we can say that was possibly, but how do we know it wasn't a decoy that knows his actual name because she gave him his actual name?
That's what I was getting ready to say. Not only that, but how did he get that picture of that big ass linebacker, fucking tight end who plays for the San Diego Chargers?
Well, he actually said that this is not her, but it looks definitely like this. Is what he said in his video.
Now let me say this, okay? Mr. Lee's my friend, okay? I got his personal phone number. We talk all the time. He's a friend of mine, okay? I care about this guy. Now let me say this. One, this was his fault that this happened because you should have left her ass the fuck alone when we all told you, man. Two, you should have left her the fuck alone. And none of this shit would have happened and none of this shit would have came out. See, now you got people in the manosphere talking trash about you. Now you got people in the manosphere wondering, okay, you ain't really what you say you are. You know, whether you had good intentions or not, Mr. Elite, you're my friend. I know you had the best of intentions, but now people are looking like, come on, man. Come on, man.
Okay, well,
You know what I'm saying?
let me try to look at the goods from all this. Is that we now know what she somewhat looks like because now I'm getting two
supposedly
descriptions.
looks like.
Yeah,
Supposedly,
we're getting two descriptions here. And
what's the word that they use in court? Allegedly look like.
Yeah, like I'm getting two stories. Like, okay, it's one where Penny she's a chunky chick who, has the braces in her face and she's weird. Like, if you listen to her talk for, I'd say give her a good 2 minutes, you would realize that there's some sort of mental problems going on there.
Yeah.
On top of the fact that she has some sort of obsessive compulsive disorder with all the shit with what she's doing with MiGTOW and especially MrElite. Like, she has a fixation.
And Mike the MiGTOW man and Jay MiGTOW and JP and
it's like
the list goes on.
It's like she's Vince McMahon in her own little story world. So it kind of makes sense why she would have over 1,000. But it's like, at the same time, that's the result of giving a fucking troll like that power. Now
But
it's like
question.
it's a roller coaster train that's like, okay, wherever it goes, it goes. But it's like you could have been the whole time been supporting someone else and giving them a little boost as opposed to 2 years of this shit.
Yeah, exactly. Now, if once all of this stuff happened, you notice how like okay, she used to come at me and she used to come at me and be all this bullshit, whatever, try to get a rise out of me, and I gave her nothing. I did like Lion and MiGTOW said. Lion and MiGTOW even told me. He said, "Yo, I understand you upset about about Penny Prep and all that kind of shit, but give her nothing, bro." This Lion and MiGTOW told me that. He said, "Give her nothing," and that's what I did. And she
So
moved on, and she moved on, and she kept fucking with these dudes, and I kept trying to tell them, leave her the fuck alone, man. And now look at the situation that these people are in. You know what I'm saying?
Forma.
And now you got people in the manosphere that looked up to MrElite that are turning their backs on him, and they're saying you're this, you're that, you're this, you're that. Now I believe that MrElite had the best of intentions, but he shouldn't have fucked with the trolls, man. You know what I'm saying? And
Mr.
now,
Forma.
yeah,
Because well, and forgive me and correct me if I'm wrong, because I could be wrong. But what it sounded like is either he lied on his dick or is he fucking with linebacker silverback built bitches.
now you
I
know
have a
what?
question.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
That's what it
Yeah.
sounded like, because either way, it's not a good look. Either way,
It's
if you
not.
lying on your dick, that's not a good look. And if you fucking with bear built bitches, that's not a good look either.
Hey, Mr. Former, I got a
Yeah,
question. It's about one of the videos that pertains to this that I made. Did I go too far?
I didn't see your video. When
Like, if you see it,
He actually was angry in the video. You actually heard him being angry for once in his life. He actually pulled a Tico. I was like, what the fuck? Where the fuck that come from?
I mean,
Yeah, there was definitely some anger in
how
the
bad
video
did
in
it make him
question.
look though? Like, because I'm not really familiar with what the
well,
situation
Win,
is. Like,
Win
how
was
bad
angry
does it
about the
look?
whole entire back and forth for the most part. Because I actually
yeah,
got mad
because
about it. I got mad about it several times too. But Win literally like went in on the whole damn thing.
now
And like he
see the
was
thing
upset
is
about the whole
right.
entire back and forth between Penny Proud and Mr.
It
Elite.
could have. See, now he had told me first of all before all of this back and forth. He had told me what was going on, the whole situation. I told him, "Yo, man, just just do like me. Just sit back, watch, whatever. Don't even say anything.
Like
Leave everybody alone, right?"
imagine
But money,
imagine
money, AD wouldn't leave it alone. Okay, he was
that's
doing like
where in my mind I say fuck him. Who is he? But here's the thing. It's like
Tru Sherm trying to
fuck.
make enemies.
No, I'm not even trying to make
I would have
enemies.
been
Not
congratulating
even.
him.
I'm trying to
He's trying to
say
make proxy enemies to me and shit like that. Like, what the hell?
no.
Like, wait a minute.
Not even.
Like, who the fuck
Not
is you
even
on my
because
channel?
like
Like,
I mean, but this is the thing though. Quiet
let me
I
as
know what you mean.
kept.
No, I'm just joking.
Quiet as kept at that time before. I don't know exactly what he did to show himself to be a liar or anything, but at the end of the day, if you have a troll that's religiously on your page trolling you, you need to congratulate yourself because you have made it, motherfucker.
That's what I
yeah,
keep telling people. Like, your trolls make you famous. Like,
right.
if they come to your, like a good example of that, but when we were going through that whole entire that one guy, I'm not gonna say his fucking name because he doesn't deserve no attention. And he sent all his trolls over to my channel. I was actually happy because he gave me
it's
like
fine.
400, 500, 600 views a day.
It's fine.
I'm like,
It's fine to
okay,
have trolls. I mean, that's all fair in the game. Okay, to have trolls, but it's like
Sigma E, yeah, you can come on.
don't put all your focus onto those trolls.
Yeah,
You see what I'm
definitely don't
saying?
do that.
It's like
But
don't
Yo,
turn those
congratulating
trolls
them.
into your world. Don't
yo,
like
these trolls.
those trolls are supposed to be a means to an end. Like that's supposed to let you know. Like right now, I have a guy with over 1,000 attacking my channel. That's fucking sad, dude. Like I don't, I'm not even.
Ain't it a beautiful thing, though, Sean?
But it's a beautiful thing, and it's
Yo,
like I'm not even gonna say your name. I'm not
you
even gonna acknowledge you. I'm just gonna keep doing my thing. But I also
guys.
understand at the same time there's probably room for the views, room for that aspect of things. So I don't know, man. It's a
And you know the
I don't
funny
know.
thing about I'm gonna tell you the funny thing about it. One, I told him many times, ignore them, gather your peace, regain your peace, take back your happiness. Don't let them have it.
Where he
And
went wrong, bro, was he attacked them indirectly. And this is the thing, man. You can't attack a troll indirectly because they're indirectly attacking you. You know what I'm saying? So at the
That's
end
the
of the
thing.
day,
It's like, don't have me sitting here busting my ass all day on this MiGTOW stuff, and then you're over here giving them all the attention, all the power, all the views, all the bullshit. It's like, I get it. You have trolls, but it's like, dude, what is the overall mission we're trying to do? Are we trying to spread this message, or are we trying to fuck with these trolls? I get it. You want to roast a bitch, and roast a bitch, but it's like,
this
okay,
is my thing. If you want to roast a bitch, why not just bring her up on the panel and demolish her point by point?
she won't come on the panel. She won't do that.
Then fucking time the bitch out. It's not hard.
but the thing,
You know,
that video, the video,
No,
where I
the
showed
problem with the that sounds good in theory, Dusty. But what you don't realize is she has so many accounts. If you time her out or block her, she has more accounts than you can actually block on that Bluetooth allows you to block.
Really?
Which is a problem.
Yeah, she's got like
I think it's like
about
100. You're allowed to. I think you're only allowed to block like 120. But like
she's got more
she
than
literally has more accounts than that.
How many can you time out?
1 second, guys. Now
I think DR counted them. No, it was Successful Endeavors counted it at one point, and it ended up being like they believe he has like 100. She has 150 or 170 accounts, different accounts, basically.
Well, I'm just saying that this is, you know. Oh, go ahead, Mr. Forma.
I was gonna say, like, I left them alone, all the trolls. I don't say nothing about any of them or whatever, right? I'll make one suspect video about them, and then that'll be it. And because I don't say anything else and do anything else, and I don't respond, these people call me at my place of business all the time. They call regularly. They call my restaurant and try to talk to me. Okay.
Is having good mods a deterrent?
My daughter has to pick up the phone. My daughter has to pick up the phone and tell these people to leave me alone or whatever. They have to, you know, because I won't speak to them. You know what I mean? And they keep harassing. I mean, these people are harassing and trying to come to my real personal life because I won't respond to say anything on YouTube. You know what I mean? My daughter has to step up and say all these things and all this kinds of stuff, whatever, because I refuse to talk to these people. You know what I mean? Or give them any kind of light.
It's somewhat of like at one point, I try. See, this is where I know MrElite's kind of like where I used to be, and it's like I made these mistakes too. That's why I can recognize them. Like I was at that place where, okay, troll, you have a problem with me. Let's go ahead and mend the air. So since you know this is the one time that we're naming motherfuckers, Garage Autonomous. The reason why I won't reply to your punk ass is because we've been here before, bitch. Okay, we fucking been here before. A year ago. Let's turn back the clock since you want to be a fucking old demon to resurrect yourself back into my life. A year ago, I opened up the goddamn platform for you. I didn't care where we went. I didn't care where we talked. I said, hey, let's talk. Since you have a problem with me, blah, 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 blah. We've tried this bullshit before with you bullshit fucking people. All right, some people in this world, you just can't fucking talk to. Some people in this world, you just can't get through to. So now the feminist and the trad cucks and the fucking communists are mad that I'm using their fucking tactics against them. You see, because they're so used to blocking, they're so used to silencing people. They're not the ones used to being silenced and all that. But I'm not silencing you. It's just that I don't want to hear your bullshit. You go spew your bullshit over there, but don't come to my fucking channel spewing bullshit here. I don't want to fucking hear it if I don't want to. Go ahead.
Before my battery dies, I want to say this. That video where I showed my dog, saying, this in a calm manner, of me showing my dog in my truck, showing a happy dog. That was the calm before the storm. You know, that was actually the calm before the storm.
That's Mr. Forma. Okay.
Yeah, that was. What
are you doing?
That was
I think that is a lesson for us that we're learning by seeing what's happening to the brother, because at the end of the day, we are in the manosphere to address men. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't women who.
Yeah, there's a link right. There's a link right here, Sigma. There's two, matter of fact. There's one right here, and there's one just above it, like 4 spaces above it.
I'm sure there are women that add value to our space.
I'll send another one
here to address men.
Exactly.
Right? But before like I said, my battery is like running low, and I got to put it on the charge, and I'm still busy right now with some things. But I just want to say, like, that video, that was a calm before the storm. That was basically me That was basically me planning, because I was actually thinking, like, because I was sick of it at that point. I was fuming, and it takes a lot. It takes a lot to get me up, to get me mad. You know, I mean, I will have miles and miles of patience for children. I will have a certain amount of patience for adults. I mean, I will, like, if a child, if I get hit with a bow and with an arrow in the leg or something, and it's a child, I'm gonna have patience for it. But if I get hit with a bow and an arrow by an adult, I take it as a concern, You know, I don't care if there's an
When,
arrow sticking out of my goddamn leg.
what kind
Yeah.
of honest debate do you really think you can have with a woman?
None. I've been
None.
there. I've done that. Been there,
I mean,
done that. That's why I
if
would
you,
talk. That's why I would like Mr. Elite to be in here, so I could tell him like, you are wasting your
your
fucking
time,
time, good sir.
you're wasting your time, you're wasting your
I
energy,
think
you're
I
Actually,
wasting.
had
came.
actually
I
that's a
came in
lie
our
because I had a
Capricorn.
serious debate with my 11-year-old yesterday.
It
But that's because
requires
she's
logic.
raised by Tico Tren. That's
Now I have a
why.
question.
No,
It requires
11-year-old.
logic
You gotta remember,
to
Now,
too.
debate
wait.
people.
Hold on.
She's
How
I
can
have
you
a
not a.
debate
scientific
somebody
question.
without logic?
I have a
I
scientific
I sent you a
question.
Tico,
link,
she's not a
Sigma.
woman.
I put the link. I
Tico,
put
your
the link in
daughter.
every room. Huh?
I have a
Tico,
scientific.
your
I have
daughter
a
is not yet a
scientific.
woman, so you can
Right.
still have a conversation and a debate with your daughter because she's not a
That, that
woman yet. But once
that's
she
exact.
crosses that threshold, you can forget it.
Right.
Well, my
I have a
16-year-olds
sci-
still have debates. They still have debates with my 16-year-olds too. But
And to
So
be
let's
honest, some
okay.
of these
What
men
type
so
of school do you send
pussified, they
your
take
daughters
on the
to?
attitudes of a bitch.
Mm.
What type of school do you send your daughters to?
They're
private school,
homeschooled.
Private school.
they go to a
Now,
private school, but they're homeschooled right now because of the whole entire coronavirus thing.
right, they're
My daughters
homeschooled.
have been homeschooled.
Okay.
My oldest
Right.
daughter, or my daughter
Yeah.
that you
That's
guys
what
saw,
matters.
she's been homeschooled since she started school.
But
I'll come
now,
back when I have more of a charge and I'm
after
not
all
doing
of
too
these
much.
things that I talked about, and I had talked with him after I talked with Mr. Elite the other day. I was at work, and I was telling him, yeah, I just seen this video, I just seen that video, blah 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 blah. I said, so what's going on now? And he's telling me like, I had to just put it out there, let it be known, and this and that. And I said to him, I said, well, are you all set now? Is this going to be what it is now? And he's like, yeah, this is it, man. You know what I mean? I said, this is what I said to him. I said, well, I hope now you get it. You know what I'm saying? And you can just continue on and do the message that needs to be said if you choose to continue to do videos on here. If not, don't do any videos and just chill and just watch. You know what I'm saying? If you're
I'm not
not gonna
mad at
do,
him.
you
I'm
know what
not
I mean?
mad
I'm
at
not
him at
mad at him
all.
either. He said it too. And now back to the other issue. The other thing was it could have just been a non-factor. This wasn't even going to be a thing. But Money AD had to keep making videos asking questions. He had to keep
Okay,
saying,
what's the deal
this
with
seems weird. This is that. This is that.
what's the deal with the
Basically,
other?
what Money AD was just trying to do was just trying to get answers and just trying to find out or whatever what was going on.
And again, I'm not trying to say fuck him. Like I don't like. I'm just trying to say like I don't like. At that point, I wouldn't care about your opinion because it's like, your opinion. It's like everyone has an opinion. They're all like assholes. They all stink. So okay, if you don't know, you don't know. So
yeah, but it was
to
like it
me,
was just
AD
being
is just he's just trying to look for a view too, in my personal opinion.
yeah, it was just it was him, trying to be controversial and give all these questions and like get everybody thinking, get everybody going. And if this thing was like the mafia, because I watch everybody, Mr. AD would have disappeared before this stuff,
Now, this the
was to have
thing,
come out.
man.
But the
What
thing
we need
about
to
it is like,
know is what bitch did you fuck twice? Did you fuck the first bitch or did you fuck the linebacker bitch?
see, and this is the thing, like you're saying, Dusty, I don't know.
I don't
He's
care
telling
because
me
it's his
I was
shit.
told that nothing. I was told that nothing sexual had went on or nothing. It didn't even get to that point. So
I'm gonna do.
I don't know, but I mean it does seem a little strange.
I'm just gonna
But
live
the
in my
thing about it is,
fantasies and assume that Pretty
I didn't.
Proud is just fat chick and just
Man,
not go to linebacker territory.
look, man, it's not important because I don't care what a man
It's not
do
even. Yeah, it's like
at
it's not even
all.
my business. If he is into whatever, that's his thing. I don't hate him.
No, but I think the reason why people get slack is because a lot of times if you portraying something and it's not the truth, it matters. Like Like if I come out and tell you that I fuck with linebackers, then how can you roast me for fucking with a linebacker? And if you get caught lying, like, I don't care what the man does. I'm a grown ass man, but at the same time, like, if you tell me one thing and we find it to be the opposite, then it lays everything else you said in question.
That's why I think so many people are angry and they just want to kind of like, okay, what the fuck, Mr. Elite, what's going on? Because like there's a lot of MiGTOWs who are MiGTOWs because of Mr. Elite. There's a lot of people who follow the red pill philosophy because of Mr. Elite. His reputation speaks for itself. Before he got deleted the first time, he had like well over 10,000 or some shit like that. So it's
Correct.
like
There are people who believed in him.
Yeah.
And I think that's a great thing, but
that's
I think people just want to know. And I personally don't care who he fucks. Like, it's none of my business. But at the same time, like, if you was fucking a linebacker, just come out and say it and get it over with.
Yeah.
I was always in the philosophy
that the thing about it is that they were never in a situation where he was able to even do that.
I think she's
controversy about then.
I just personally think she's trolling. Yeah. She's trolling, and she sent some. If that was linebacker, bitch, we need to put better name for that. But yeah, anyway, whoever she was,
he didn't even get into. They never even got into a situation where that was even possible. This whole controversy is because Money AD was bringing up questions about, oh, well, that must mean that he must have been talking to her. That must mean that he invited her and blah, 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 which, yeah, he talked to her. He did. He talked to her.
Shit. Who cares?
Yeah, exactly. It's like high school shit. And then this is the shit that he's pulling out there. And then it's just a big mess. Really, and it could have been all avoided if he just didn't.
Bullshit like this.
It's kind of a mixture of a lot of things.
If he just didn't even talk to her or associate her from the first place, none of this would have even been possible.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say it's kind of Mr. Elite's fault, kind of at the end of the day. So it's like, dude, this is why you did. This is a perfect example. This is why we're even having this live stream right now.
And forgive me because I don't know what's wrong. That's why I'm asking these seemingly dumb questions to people.
Think about it like this, Dusty. You have a person who seemingly hates you. Who's a fucking chameleon trying to sneak their way into your life. They could get personal information on you. They could send linebacker bitches to your house. They could send linebacker bitches to your job. They could get you fired from your job. They could dox where you live. Like I have this one troll, Garage Autonomous, has over 1,000. A man with over 1,000 subscribers taking his time out of his busy old day to check in on little old Tru Sherm.
Sigma. Here goes Sigma in the house.
So it's like, I just would not give you the time or day because I've been down that road. And by giving them the time or day, they use whatever they can get and just try to use it against you. You'll try to have a perfectly good conversation with someone. You'll mention you have a son, and then they'll turn around and say, "Oh, you a fucking
check this out, man." Like.
I'm just trying to tell you that you can't. Hold on one second. I'm just trying to tell you that you just simply cannot fucking associate yourself with everyone on the internet, especially Troll. I'm not saying Mr. Elite did anything wrong, but I mean, again, there's a lot of guys out there, whether you like it or not, they're gonna question his integrity. So I don't know what else to say about that.
Like you said in the beginning. A lot of people became MiGTOW because of Mr. Elite. It's like he's open house. Hang on, let me check. One sec, Dusty. Let me check everybody's sound. Sigma, say something to me, man.
Can you hear me?
Okay, there goes Sigma. Good. Psyche Soap, your sound? You're muting right now, but okay.
Psyche Soap!
Psyche Soap, your sound.
Can I say one thing? Can I say one thing, guys?
Go ahead.
Mr. Elite was supposed to have met Miss Elite last year. Why didn't he learn from that?
Garage Jam. He's an ass.
Why did he have to meet her a second time? Why? Why is it that he won't get rid of his name and she won't get rid of the name? If she copied my name, I would change it instantly. I don't want no connection to a woman. Why would I let her do that? Why is it that they both keep deleting videos? Why is it that they're both being a bit shady, but they're both as bad as each other? He's a con artist, and so is she. They're both in cahoots together, I'm telling you. Because it's strange, the fact that he didn't learn from last year. And then he mentioned on one of his
Red Raven.
videos, Emily.
Red Raven.
Who's Emily? Who's Emily? And he said, don't mention Emily. Please don't mention it. That's a bad experience. Well, does he not learn from bad experiences?
So you don't think it's just a marketing strategy?
I don't.
Well,
I don't know.
For instance, one minute. For instance,
yes,
he said he walked.
This is the first time I ever talked to Sigma.
Right? He said he walked out the airport when he saw her. So why get in a convertible and admit he drove down the street on the motorway at 140 kilometers an hour with the top down with her if she was a man?
He did.
That's what it says on his. It's something about that on his. It's on his homepage. It's on his community page.
Yeah, community. Yeah, so why do shit like that? You're giving us all a bad name, MrElite. So she's just loving it. She's loving it. She's deliberately doing it, and he's lapping it up. Well, why do that? Why give us all a bad name? You know the rules. You know the regulations. If you're red pill, pump and dump. Fair enough. Just admit to it. Look, I pumped and dumped her. Fair enough. But to say that he met her last year and didn't learn from it, well, I find that strange. I find that definitely strange.
Because that beef between Penny Proud and MrElite's been going on before I even got to the Manosphere, and that's about 2.5 years ago.
Both met up.
And
that was like 2.5 years ago.
And do you realize how many men's channels have been deleted as a result of Penny fucking Proud?
Yeah,
you realize how many channels, and like you don't think that MrElite she can't just turn around and go, oh, he did this thing and then there goes MrElite.
Well,
we keep sitting here wondering where does all the red pill content go? Where do all the MiGTOW creators go? How come we're not this big? How come Susan's against us? How come we don't have lawyers? How come we don't have money? We're asking all these questions because of bullshit like this, and that's why people feel betrayed. It's not that MrElite can't do his due. It's just like, just come out and just be real about it. That's all. Just be fucking real.
Exactly.
Like a good example of that. Is I'll always tell you in a heartbeat. I'm an asshole, and I might do some criminal shit, but at the end of the day, I'm at least an honest criminal about my shit, though.
Well, I
don't care how you feel about me. I'm an honest dick. I want
to apologize to you personally. And the reason why I want to apologize to you, Tico, is because I didn't believe you about Richie, right? Richie motherfucker used me. He's an idiot, right? He pulled everyone in, especially me, and he used my good nature. And now I question the fact, well, Tico must be right regarding this paedophilia thing, because as a PFA, his kids don't want to know him. And I got suckered in, and there were me slating you, Tico. Now I feel so fucking like an idiot, right, for fucking falling for it. So I just want to apologize to you personally.
No need to thank me. No need to say sorry. It's okay.
No, I'm saying sorry for a reason.
Hey, real quick,
I sent you a link in Discord, pimp, if you want to get in too.
Hey, Sigma.
Yeah. Hell.
Sigma?
You get up to 10 people in this motherfucker?
Yeah, well, Yam got 2 going on right now. He's trying to be greedy and shit.
Sigma.
Let's get out our feet.
Yeah, that's some greedy shit, man. All right, what was you saying?
It's a party.
Hold on a minute, guys.
First off, can y'all hear me?
Thank you for saying what you were saying, because that's good for me to think about it. A lot of this information is like some of the stuff I wasn't aware of, so I'm going to have to give him a phone call and ask what's going on here.
Yeah, and like there's no need to actually say sorry to me. I really there's no need to apologize.
It's the right thing to do. It's the right thing to do. It's the manly thing to do.
I don't even really believe MrElite owes me any, or he owes any. But I'm telling you right now, he's killing himself with all this bullshit.
Yeah,
he's not doing any harm to anyone else except for himself. I mean, they're going to try to go ahead and look.
It's a shame.
This is what MiGTOWs do. MrElite's a perfect example. No, nigga, MrElite's a perfect example of MrElite.
Honestly, I think if he owns it, he can get back, bro. Like, based on what I'm hearing, and forgive me if I sound like a goofy.
I think he can. I think he can.
If you just come out with it.
He's got to be really honest. Yeah, be really honest. Be truthful and just say, look, I fucked up. I won't deceive you guys no more. It's a clean slate. Please forgive me. Properly, honestly.
kind of did that, but he needs to do that. What you just did, like not that sort of kind of guys. I kind of no, guys. I fucked up. I'm gonna make it up to you. Double the streams, double the beer, double the food, double the roasts. It's happening. All right. So look. All it takes is just a little turnaround. Look, dude, we're all MiGTOWs or red pills or MRAs or whatever we are because we at one point fucked up. We had to learn. We had to experience.
I think there's more value.
I'll kick you off the street.
Who said that bullshit? Who said that?
Yeah. That shit. Goddamn lie.
I think we have to own our pain, bro. Like, you know, like when I was in high school, I wasn't that popular, and I didn't really get no bit. Like the first time I really got bitches was when I got grown, and grown bitches was fucking with me. So like, whatever it is your situation is, and however your situation is, man, whatever it is, you just got to own that shit.
Honest.
And do what you're good at.
Yeah,
You know,
you're on shit. Yeah.
If you're good at roast videos, just make roast videos, and you know, just do what you're good at.
Right, you go off the example, right? If we're telling girls to own their own shit, their own responsibilities, what they do is wrong, don't we supposed to do it as well?
Be the first person to do that. Yeah, be the example. You know,
because we can't call girls if we're not doing it ourselves, are we?
Truth.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
that's exactly
looking at it from a perspective of a listener. So looking at it from a perspective of a listener, you know, I've listened to MrElite. I stopped listening to MrElite after the whole, you know, Penny thing and that whole incident that started in the first place. So when Mike moved in, I was really, you know, excited at the time when Mike moved into his place and he was helping Mike, you know, get on his feet and everything like that. That gave me hope. Why did that give me hope? Because I knew that there was a community. I knew that there was a community of people standing back behind the people that they're stuck with, right? So that's what drew me into the community from other aspects, right? But I saw that in MrElite. But when I saw the drama, it's like, okay, why am I watching this? So then at that point, it was like, okay, we're done. You know, I don't need to watch this anymore because this is drama now. The noise has started. So that's, you know, I think he needs to eat his humble pie,
is about, like,
realize what happened.
I think he's in his like early 50s, I think.
Oh, wow.
He needs to eat his humble pie, realize what happened,
Doesn't matter.
and do the right thing.
Doesn't matter though. He's an adult. He's an adult.
He is. He's an adult.
I hear you.
As my mom side would say, he's half of 100.
I mean, but at the end of the day,
My goodness. Don't let them clown you like this, Mr. Forma. Come on.
Do you know what his son said to him?
Oh, you're asking how old I am?
Son said to him?
No, I was talking about MrElite. MrElite.
Oh, MrElite? He's like,
it's like my grandma would say he's half of 100.
Yeah, but do you know what his son said to him? Dad, I told you this was going to happen. Guess what? His son's more clever and mature than him over this. Seriously. His son told him after I told you not to do it.
If y'all found out I was dating somebody, you know, I would have to own up to that too. You know, that's.
We would make you own up to that shit. I'm gonna want to see this heifer, and I'm gonna talk shit on her. I'm gonna talk shit on you. She ugly.
I'd bounce in on a date.
She better be at least.
You'd be sitting there in the middle of the movie theater, and Double Y would be in the middle.
She better be anywhere from a 9 to a 10. She better be good, son.
She better be a Colombian 5. She better be a Colombian 5. I got standards.
I will stalk you and make sure.
Let me sneak in something real quick, and let me sneak in something real quick.
Go ahead.
What's up, Psycho?
You're roboting. You start roboting.
No,
I'm roboting.
No, he's roboting. Psycho is roboting. Go ahead, Psycho.
Go ahead, Psycho.
Yeah. The aftermath of the Mike the MiGTOW monk thing and staying together, and then a little.
Oh, you're roboting like hell.
Yeah, he is breaking up, isn't it?
Psychic stuff is assimilating.
Assimilate.
You're much. Oh God! Oh shit!
The AI
until he comes
I hope he comes back. I hope he comes back too.
the AI in Mount Rushmore went active, so therefore Psyche Soap was taken
Therefore,
out.
he's being,
It was
yeah,
Skynet.
Right.
It was
Go ahead,
Skynet.
Tru Sherm. I mean, go ahead, Tru Sherm, on
Skynet
what you were
took
going
out
to say.
Psyche Soap.
Yeah, Sherm, what was you finna say? Go ahead.
I was I was just simply going to sneak in that I've always been a proprietor of a man following his own destiny. Like if that's what you choose to do, you know, I'm kind of like in the similar senses of Double I. I wasn't quite there yet, but if it was as bad as I thought it was gonna eventually gonna get there. You know, so that's as worse as that you'll get from me. It's sad. But it's like, dude, you're just not saying things I agree with, or you're doing all this bullshit over here, and
He's going off the reservation.
yeah, you're going off the reservation, and like I'm still subscribed to guys like Howard Dare. He's allegedly married, and I'm still subscribed to him because I still enjoy his old content. But if you're gonna keep making content and trying to, you know, razzle dazzle, or you make a video, then you delete a video, that's also something that, you know, anyone will get criticized for, because it's like you're telling people you're not standing behind what you say. Now I say all kinds of crazy shit, dude. Serious.
Well, I mean, what if you shadow ban like Angry Man and you have to fucking make your shit private afterwards?
Well, let's brainstorm about it, and then I'll get back to you on that, because I didn't really cover that avenue, Dusty, to be honest with you. So
technically you have, Tru Sherm. Technically you have, because you're because technically we're doing the same thing with our channels where we play video games. And then we'll do other things, and then we'll talk about other things, and we basically adapt to the algorithm so we won't get banned all the damn time. Because like basically, I play video games to do that. Then if you ever notice, I've been taking like requests from various subs who ask me about relationship advice, even though I hate giving relationship advice. I basically do it just so I can get Wojcicki off my damn back. So I give it anyway.
Like I do the video games because if I'm going to be doing MiGTOW content, then I gotta balance it out. I would feel the algorithm kind of like doesn't really care. As a matter of fact,
there's a way around the algorithm. There's a way around it. You know why? Because of the copper. What you do is you put everything onto 18 over 18.
Black Y'all steroids in the house.
There he is, the man.
Oh my God, what's going on?
Welcome.
Hold on, just a second. Let me give him a taco. You got to eat a toxic taco. There you go. How's it going, buddy?
It's going very well, gentlemen. You know, I've been listening to your discussion regarding MrElite. It's very controversial. You know, at the end of the day, though, guys, right? What you do in your own private life is up to you. But at the end of the day, as MiGTOWs, Red Pills, we don't get police each other. But at the same time is though, with MrElite, and I do have respect for the guy, if you say you're MiGTOW and then you receive donations to go out and get a convertible or a hotel and have sex with a girl, that could be worse than the angry madman. Because if we're portraying something like being a MiGTOW and we're encouraging our subscribers in the MiGTOW community to actually take the Red Pill, no cohabitation, no pumping and dumping, but we're using our subscribers' hard-earned money to go back on the plantation and then spend it on to women that don't reciprocate anything back. Because as MiGTOW content creators, when we get donations, if those who get donations from their subscribers, they're going to invest it for them, not to spend on somebody else who's not going to reciprocate that. Now, I don't even say... I say this, if you red pill, you pump and dump, you go out on dating, you have flings, but if you are a MiGTOW, it's more or less monk mode, because going your own way to walk away from your own biology, it's there to turn and give the two fingers to society and say no to the term of usury, you know, and the fact that MrElite went out and if he did dirty dick Rodney Penny, then she got bit down by him, and basically he's being exploited by her, she's using him for resources. But also regarding the donations that the MiGTOWs put into MrElite because he likes his content. Now, I know MrElite's a very charismatic kind of MiGTOW guy, you know, and again, it calls into question the integrity of content creators, because we could all be like outgoing and put up a personality on the camera. But what are we when we turn the camera off? Are we true to the philosophy of MiGTOW or Red Pill? Because again, like women, we've got, well, more than women, we've got to be congruent with our actions. And also to the philosophy. We don't get police, but again, it calls into question credibility. You know, we've all got a standard to set for our subscribers, you know what I mean, as content creators. And that's where, you know, I hope Mr. Elite does get sort of like, he comes out and says what happened, because at the end of the day, people want to know. It's not a case of controlling anybody or controlling the narrative, but this kind of thing puts mud in the face for MiGTOW content creators, because it's a philosophy. You know, we're here to hold the line for each other, but if we're saying we're holding the line and dicking down girls or having girlfriends and getting GoFundMes to like have sex with different girls whilst claiming MiGTOW, then we kind of live in a double life, aren't we, guys? You know, and I think as also content creators, we've got to be true to ourselves and true to the community that we represent, MiGTOW, Red Pill, and just be open and transparent. If I want to dick down a girl, I'd turn around and say, right, I'm not doing MiGTOW for a bit. I'm going to go and get my dick wet. You know what I mean? And start going in a fucking massive daisy chain of dicking girls down. But, you know, for the time being, go monk.
Right? I'm gonna just remind everybody in the chat before everybody gets crazy on me.
Hey, everyone in
I'm
the
actually,
chat, free agent
I'm actually. By the way, Tico Tren is Red Pill SYSBM FYI. So if you see any of my content, that's what's going on in my content. So I don't want nobody talking about Tico Tren is MiGTOW. No, Tico Tren's not MiGTOW. Tico Tren is Red Pill SYSBM. So I'm gonna need y'all to chill on out.
All right, so yeah, my philosophy on it is that you could do what you want.
But can I say one thing, Tico?
Go ahead, Sigma. Go ahead.
But you
go ahead, boss man.
You don't cover up. Yeah, but you don't cover up. You don't cover up meeting people.
What happened, Sigma? You Sigma, you kind of lost sound there, pimp.
I agree with you, Black Pill steroids, man, because at the end of the day, like,
I say, look, Tico, man.
Go ahead, Oz.
You don't cover up. I know full well
you are
that if you were to go out and you don't cover up. You don't cover up.
Well,
like he's been covering up.
Yeah, I don't cover up at all. I pretty much put myself out there.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, so I don't cover up at all. Yeah, you're in and out, but I can kind of hear you. Yeah, I'm knocking off. With the robot in the corner.
I agree with what he's saying though, because if you're showing yourself to be who you are, like you can have a woman and be a part of this space. You just can't call yourself MiGTOW.
Me?
Well, no, he's actually agreeing with you is what he's saying. He likes what you're saying. Yeah, your sound was going in and out, but I understood what you were saying there, Sigma.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I mean, end of the day, it is a controversy, but again, all Mr. Elite needed to do, so look, I've got a crush at Penny. If he dicks her down,
right.
I'm going to go have some fun. That was it. No one was saying anything, you know what I mean? We're not kids out.
Exactly. Now, if you were to say,
your sound keeps going out,
man.
Sigma, I would try to get
guys. Would you say
what's going on? What's going on?
Would you say that it?
I would say, Mr. Forma and Sigma, cut your actual live feed. Red Pill and Steroids, I think you're fine. Y'all two, for some odd reason. Well, Mr. Forma's live feed is fine. Yeah, Mr. Forma's live feed is fine. So it's actually Sigma's. Okay, there goes. Okay, now you're just coming in and out now. There you go. You go ahead now, Sigma. Go.
Nothing.
Sigma.
I just want to ask the panel.
You see, the thing is, why have a relationship? Why?
Yeah, because your sound comes in and out, but we see you there. But
your Sigma, your sound keeps cutting in and out for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, all I heard was relationship.
Well, in the meantime, until Sigma can fix his volume, let's go ahead and give it to Mr. Forma. Go ahead, Mr. Forma. Take the floor.
Exactly.
And every time I try to give the floor to Mr. Forma, Sigma jumps in. How does that happen with your sound?
And he says something like that makes sense. Like exactly.
Yeah.
He could have had it over and done with and forgot it. Right.
Okay.
But he continued it. Right.
Okay.
He's still cutting
One
out.
minute.
Yeah,
I agree with you 100%.
Cutting in and out, Sigma.
I can actually hear what he's trying to say though, but it's like for other people he's actually cutting out.
Come back in.
He may have to, but He may have to jump out and jump back in again, but I can hear what he's saying for the most part.
I can
Well,
see
not
his
now,
moving, but I can't hear nothing.
Now I'm just reading lips now.
Try to go ahead, Mr. Forma.
Mr. Forma, go ahead.
At this point, gentlemen, would you say that he's at the point of no return where he couldn't make amends for whatever he may or may not have done wrong?
I don't really think he did anything wrong. It's just that don't give power to the fucking trolls. That's all. Like, there's no reason why Penny Proud should be where she's at, and like the rest of MiGTOW is struggling. Like, I've already pinpointed why we're struggling in a sense. It's not really anyone's fault. It's just that's just the direction the higher ups want to go in a sense, and we're just not on the list. We're on the other side.
I'm gonna tell you where he fucked up.
Yeah, we're not.
I'm gonna tell you where he fucked up.
That's how I see it too, Sherm.
He attacked somebody that was too small for him, and what I mean by that is if you attack somebody that's too small for you, you're gonna look like a bully. And if they actually,
well, no, because she actually had more subs than him at one point. So that's actually not even a good argument, because he actually had more subs than him at one point. Then somehow, some way, eventually surpassed her. So then, like, she started actually rising when he started rising for the most part. He wasn't always at 2,000.
I don't have any proof. I don't have any proof, but I suspect that either Penny or Garage Autonomous has something to do with my channel with over 1,000 subscribers getting deleted. And so when I got deleted, ironically enough, well, not Garage Autonomous so much because he fucking sucks, but Penny really benefited the most for me getting deleted. So I'm not going to put any speculation. I just said to myself that I'm going to go ahead and start over. I'm going to go ahead and do things right this time. I'm not going to get into the stupid ass beefs and confrontations.
Smart man.
Whatever happens, happens. If they grow, they grow. But more than likely, they're at the same fucking place they've been for the past months now. Yeah. So that's why I don't concentrate on troll.
Them hoes have more than 10,000 though. Were they bigger than Elite before he got deleted?
No, they didn't have no 10,000.
And Mr. Elite actually surpassed them, but he actually was less than. He actually had at one point. He actually had less. He had less subs than Penny.
Back then, he was at like 2,000.
Even though his channel got deleted, he still had the bigger following. Correct?
Yeah, he had a big following. Yeah. Well, and the sad part about that, a lot of his following is actually over there looking at Penny Proud's channel. Because if you go over there, my daughter's always over there, and they look at his shit, and you'll see all of his followers over there listening to her channels, all up in her live streams and shit like that. I'm like, nigga, I thought y'all was MiGTOW. What the fuck y'all doing over here? It's like, how y'all MiGTOW?
One question, gentlemen. One question. So, why would MrElite engage with a troll? You know, a troll that's known to take down MiGTOW channels and cyber.
That's what's blowing everyone's minds.
I'm gonna tell you what it is. He really thought he was about to pump and dump this bitch and have something.
Well, no, Dusty, we're leaving that out. We're leaving that a lot. We're trying to move on past that, pimp.
I don't even want to go there. Honestly, before Black Pill goes, I don't even want to go there. In the aspect,
it's not that big of a deal, but
I just kind of want to just like, I just want to illustrate how much damage you do by especially when you're an influence. You see what I'm saying? This is the perfect example.
Yeah, because he's literally damaging his brand. For the most part, he's damaging his brand.
Like, okay,
not
say
damaging,
for instance, tomorrow,
damage sustained.
Let's just say, for instance, tomorrow I met a woman, right? She rocked my socks off, and I'll just jump on and be like, hey, I met a woman. I'm no longer. I can no longer call myself MiGTOW. Simple, plain and plain. I call myself Red Pill, but I'm not going to call myself. I'm not going to call myself MiGTOW or any of that shit. And if I get caught up, you know what I'm saying, in the blue pill world, playing around in the blue pill world, I can still call myself Red Pill, but I'm suffering those blue pill consequences. You see what I'm saying?
But see, Sherm, this is the thing about that though, right? Like Neo couldn't just go right back into the Matrix. He had to go in the white room and train for how long before he was able to go in the Matrix?
What did they do? They assimilated him with programs, and he became stronger. He learned kung fu in 10 hours.
How long did it take for him to realize there was no
jiu-jitsu? He learned jiu-jitsu. He learned aikido. He learned a lot of shit.
You can't just jump into the plant. You can't just go back to the plantation without getting your training first, because then you ain't gonna be able to run from the agents.
Well, that's why we call them ciphers. Cypher tried to do that, and he made a deal
Cypher
with the
wanted
devil.
to go back though. Cypher's different because Cypher wanted to go back, but there's some people who they skip the training phases, they don't go to the orientation, and then they go out here, and then you realize when you get to the Matrix that agent gonna fuck you up because you didn't go to the white room.
You also got to take inspiration too, Dusty. I see where you're trying to go with this argument. However, if everybody in here has a different skill set. Not everybody's going to be a fighter. We got techs, we got security firm guy, we got everybody got different skill sets for the most part, and they all contribute to the damn society for the most part. Not everybody's going to be a fighter like Tico and use knives all the damn time. I always want to cut somebody's head off. Not everybody's going to do that. That's not everybody's alley, unfortunately. You have Black Pill on steroids over here. That's pretty good at gardening, and he's good at setting up a studio and remodeling and shit like that. Then you got Sigma over here. I forgot what he actually is good at, but I remember he's actually doing something with cars. I think it was something with cars, but I could be wrong. But everybody has a different skill set for the most part. So
Black Bill on steroids. You were getting ready to say something, and then whoever wanted to go after him.
I've had a brain fart now. Basically, I listened to. I just want to say that basically, I want to say it's not been the first though, guys. This has been the second time that we've had this in the philosophy where we had Mike the MiGTOW monk. He said he was MiGTOW, and then he was pumping and dumping. So basically, it's not to dick police anybody, but just to say to MiGTOWs, look, if you want to go fuck around and put your dick in crazy, do it. Just say to your subscribers, look, I need to get my dick wet, right? I'm going to have a break for a bit. That's all you need to do. You don't need to say, well, I need donations because I'm going to fuck around with different girls and still keep the MiGTOW acronym, because it's a disservice. Because when you're speaking of philosophy, you've got to be congruent with actions and words together. Otherwise, again, it puts in question integrity. Now, we know it's been blowing over now, but still we need to make it a future reference. Just say, look, you're going to fuck around, get your dick wet, do it. But just be honest with your subscribers and just don't cause a drama in the manosphere, because this is really unnecessary drama that any MiGTOW man wants.
Especially for all the people that actually came into the philosophy on the strength of you. Now they're probably all lost and wondering what the hell's going on.
Right. You met these guys at the gate.
All the people that you literally bought into the manosphere. And FYI, don't listen to Black Girl on steroids. Don't date crazy because you end up in a trunk in Tijuana. But yeah, never stick your dick in crazy. But all jokes aside,
are you going to tell that? Are you going to retell that story of just exactly how that happened?
Oh, you want me to? I got a video on my channel about that. That story's just crazy as hell.
It's the number one thing. Whenever I think about, I was watching Goodfellas the other day. The opening scene is someone in a trunk, and then I immediately thought of you.
Oh, gee, thanks.
I was also watching The Hangover. That's also a scene where someone's in a trunk, and then I thought of you.
Oh, gee, thanks.
There's an Asian guy. He jumped out. He was completely naked, and he started beating the white guy with the tire iron.
Yes.
It was the most funniest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. To just put your little Asian dick in someone's face while beating him with the tire iron. It's golden, dude. I don't know how else to fucking describe that. But anyway, back on topic. Do we want to move on? Do we want to move on to something else, or
how do you move on from that?
What
I don't know. I'm sorry.
What the fuck, man?
Basically, what I'm just trying to say before I made that joke about don't stick your dick in crazy. A lot of people actually literally came into the manosphere on the strength of MrElite. There's a lot of people who turned MiGTOW because of MrElite. The problem is you don't have to apologize to us.
Oh,
you have to apologize to them.
No.
I'll accept you the way you are no matter what. I'm Tico, so I really don't care. As long as you cool.
How could you do this to me? I look up to you. That's what the subscribers will say. It's not a case of us, but it's like people that feel betrayed. Even though subscribers look up to us as setting an example. If we fall short by getting caught out in dirty lies, then shit's on our back, innit? So it's just basically we're not policing anybody. Do what you fucking like. Just be honest about it. That's all you need to do. Yeah, and make sure you fucking rib up, because if Penny's pregnant, then that's it, innit? Fucking child support. No.
True story.
Hey,
Yeah,
Black
because like,
story.
I could do shit on my channel. Like, if I decided tomorrow I was going to decapitate somebody on my channel, everybody would, well, it's fucking Tico, so it's bound to happen. So
it looks like Sigma wants to go, and then whoever wants to. Okay, Sigma, and then Mr. Former go.
Sigma,
you're still having volume issues, bro. Bro, mans.
What's up with your volume?
Yeah, your microphone.
You were fine at the beginning. What the hell happened?
Get the duct tape. Get the duct tape.
He has roboted into the future, dude. He's like saying he's giving a message in the future right now that's going to relay like 5 years from now and shit.
Yo, turn the camera.
Get your headphones.
I'm sending a drone your way with some duct tape right now.
You might need a headset, Sigma.
The camera's ruining the bandwidth, probably.
It probably is his camera. It might be his camera that's ruining the bandwidth too, but like, it could be that.
Well, until he fixes his volume, go ahead, Mr. Farmer.
Mr. Farmer.
Okay, now as far as what you guys were saying is how a lot of people are MiGTOW because of MrElite. Now take me for example, right? I'm MiGTOW.
This is not about you, Mr. Forma. It's about MrElite right now. This is an intervention for MrElite, not for. I'm just messing with you.
I know that, but I'm just trying to give an example on how people that. I'm just trying to give an example on how, because you look up to somebody, and if they disappoint you, that doesn't mean that you still can't get the proper message and make the right choice for yourself. Now, I was I was a big follower of Angry Madman Money. Okay, listen to me, guys.
No bullshit. I used to follow the guy. I used to follow him now.
Hold on.
I followed the guy. I thought he had a good philosophy. Go ahead, Mr. Farmer.
Let me say this, guys. Let me say this. I enjoyed his content. I learned from him. I thought he was the greatest thing. Okay, and then I started noticing things in the content that I just. It just didn't resonate. And then all of this baloney came out, and he wasn't who he said he was. And then I decided myself to say, you know what? This guy's some bullshit. I'm going to get out here and give a good message to the people that really need it. I'm going to come out here and try to help somebody because these people are out here not portraying what it really is. So I said, I'm going to portray what I think it really is and try to be the best that I can and try to help another guy. Now, if some people became MiGTOW because of MrElite and they feel that he may have betrayed him, whatever, that doesn't mean that they still can't go out here and get the right message and get the help that they need from others. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's not like it's over. That's all I'm trying to say.
Can you guys hear me now?
I mean, because look at me.
Perfect.
I supported
yes.
I supported guys like Angry. Yes. I was a big supporter of guys like Angry. Right, I was a big supporter of guys like Angry, and I was one of the number one guys who took him. I took him down. You see what I'm trying to say?
Okay, I can't. Even, I'm mad at you now because you had to take somebody down, and you were listening to him though of all people. Like I'm like destroyed right now, MrElite. You actually admitted to listening. Well, I can't really knock you for being honest, but I'm still destroyed right now.
I was a big fan of Angry Madman when I met a lot of MiGTOW men there. I met T Wizzo over there. I met Eddie MiGTOW over there. I met a lot of guys over there that when I decided to make a channel, they came over and started to help and support me.
Yeah, there's like a lot of subscribers who are subscribed to me who are remnants of that fucker. So as soon as they left him, they just ran over to my crew and teamed up with me. So I was like, oh, cool, sweet. Thank you.
Well, what I'm saying is, all these men on the panel.
Shout out to T Wizzo.
Out of all these, all these men on the panel here, we all like MrElite, and like I was saying, I just hope that maybe if he was so inclined, if he was to just come out and maybe shed some real light on the subject, if it's not too late for the guy.
Hey, Fridge and Peppy, I sent you a link in our Discord if you want to jump in too, Pimp.
Because there's a lot of misinformation that you've got Penny at one end and MrElite at another end throwing attack grenades at each other. But if MrElite could just be honest, or like you say, Mr. Forma, I concur with everything that you said. It's bang on. Everybody deserves chances. We're not like flipping interrogating MrElite. And it's all about integrity. But again, it's a case where, you know, if you shed some light on it and just say, look, this happened, blah, blah, who gives a fuck? It happened, you know, but just make sure that if you're going to do it in future, just be honest about it. Don't hide it. You know what I mean?
It's going to take a lot for people to trust him again now, and he's going to have to build that back up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, true. Yeah. Oh, FYI, in the Manosphere, we don't interrogate nobody. We only interrogate Tico Tren. That's it.
Hey,
Manosphere also does not forget.
I hear you, Sigma.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, I was at the same fucking.
I need
not
names, Tico. I need names.
Mr. Elite.
Who was there?
But like, I used to engage with the trolls to such a degree where I thought it was like a fucking anime or wrestling or something. It's not anime. It's not wrestling. It's not entertaining for your subscribers. And all it's going to do is make people second guess your integrity. Like, why concentrate on these trolls? Why not concentrate on the people who support you? There are more people who support you that will down you than anything. So don't worry about the 1 or 2 people on the planet that fucking hate your guts. That's always going to happen. And you need those people to grow. Concentrate on the people who are going to help build you up. Simple, plain, and put. Who wants to go next?
I think Sigma, and then I was
Sigma, go ahead, because you didn't really get to talk because your sound.
Yeah, your sound, dude.
what I was going to say was that when somebody lies, right, and covers up, how are you supposed to trust him later on? And then you find out that he was meeting her last year. And I'm thinking, hang on, he's covered up for a whole year now. Why don't you just tell the truth from the beginning? It's easier. And then even if it's bad for you, at least people cannot turn around and say you're a fucking liar, and they'll believe you because you've always told the truth. Always.
True. Well, some people is hard
I still say.
Oh.
Sorry, go ahead, Tru Sherm.
No, I was just gonna say sometimes it's hard for people to be real with shit, you know, because they haven't been put in certain circumstances, or they haven't been like. I would imagine Mr. Elite, he's an elder gentleman, so I don't know how long he's been on the internet to know, but now he fucking knows. Now, if he comes back and like pulls this shit again, it's gonna be a lot more harsher for you, nigga. Now you better get it together, motherfucker. Shit, start making some. Get more beer, get more food. We want more roast. God damn it!
More tequila.
We at the Tico Tren channel do not support Tru Sherm's statement. We love and support you, Mr. Elite, and we want you to get better and be a strong ally to us.
Get your ass to making back to making good content. Get your ass out of here. Get your ass out of here.
No, we have
Bring your ass back in here with the good shit.
We at the Tico Tren channel, we're very neutral and we don't take sides.
We need that red pill cocaine, Mr. Elite. Red pill cocaine.
But you know what? With all said and done, legit, Mr. E, if you want to come on here and you want to talk to us, you're more than welcome to. There's no hatred here. There's no animosity. There's no hatred or anything like that. Just come back to the reservation.
What I reckon you should do is apologize publicly, right? And then
no, come on. This is not necessary.
That's overkill, but like he should apologize to his subs, though.
Yeah,
he should apologize to his subs.
He should make a video for his subs, not for us. It has nothing to do with us.
We don't need that. We're men. We don't need that. Just the subs.
If I did wrong to Tico, I apologize publicly. It doesn't make me look weak. It doesn't make me look like a fucking inferior guy. It shows that I'm a grown human man to apologize.
Well, that's not the difference though is it was pretty much between me and you, whereas it wasn't between your subscribers and you. So it's
right.
It's different.
And you volunteered it. It wasn't
I wasn't expecting it, but you volunteered it. So it's like one of things where I appreciate it, but you didn't really have to. But I appreciate it for the most part. And the sad part about that is, like, Mr. Elite basically has to apologize to his subs for the most part. We don't need that apology. His subs need that apology for the most part.
I don't need that. I'm not angry at Mr. Elite. I said it even in the beginning. Like, I might have to unfortunately make that video. Yeah. But I wouldn't even say his name. I would just be like, look, guys, you're gonna make mistakes. Some of us are gonna make those mistakes. It doesn't matter even your age, because look, let's be honest. Sometimes elder people make dumb fucking. Yeah, you get senile. You get a little crazy.
Wow, senile? Are we going there? Are we really going there?
Oh my
We
God.
at the Tico Tren channel love our elderly, and we support our elderly.
Come
Here we go. No, see how much shit I'm catching right now?
We don't share the views of Tru Sherm.
He's not much older than me.
This is two now.
Are you
This
saying
is
I'm
two
getting
strikes for
senile
me.
there, bro?
This is two for me now. This is two.
No
fucking
comments.
things
No
against
comments
me.
on the double I statement. We
We are
stuck the question
live.
still out.
Shit.
We are live.
But you think
I want to know one
like
thing, though, guys. I want to
you
know
think
one
like
thing.
go ahead.
Did Mr. Elite take a picture of Penny's bum cheeks and arsehole for OnlyFans? That's
Oh,
what I want to know.
Lord.
Did
You
he take
know-
a picture of her feet for OnlyFans
you know-
as well? You can get some
Okay,
money off that.
are you trying?
I
Are you
see
trying to
you-
give me a heart attack on live stream, dude? Like, I don't need to
Listen,
know that. I don't want to see that.
Pause. I see you talking. I see your lips moving. I see you talking. I see your lips moving. But you know what I see? All I see is that video that you made. That you made the other. That I forgot the name of it.
The edit.
But with the one with the song and the dance, and they're doing a thing. It was so fucking.
Dancing one. We had the
Yeah, the
like the
dancing
dancing
one.
girls one where
The
they
dancing
kick your
one.
feet, kick your legs.
Yeah.
One. That was funny as hell.
Fucking,
I
I was on the
cracking up.
goddamn floor when you
I was
released
cracking
that.
up.
It was like the Magic Carpet one with the Aladdin one with that fucking stomach hair and the.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
That was funny as hell.
I've got loads more to do now. I'm doing a lot more animation, so you're more than coming over soon and bit you. At least we can joke about it. That's the thing, guys. We don't need an apology. We're just talking. We're just filling the pieces in, and all it is just apologise to your subscribers who believe in you and rebuild the trust. Make your videos. Karen is normal. You know, everybody deserves a second chance. You know, film me once, shame on me. Shame on you. Film me twice, shame on you. Shame on me. You know,
You try to pull a George Bush Jr.
Yeah. JBJ. You're in the wrong country for that.
You know
Don't worry. Your accent saves you like so many intelligence points. So don't worry about it. No, your accent alone makes you smarter than half our fucking country. Seriously.
Yeah, it does.
We're such fucking creepy.
Have you ever seen Peaky Blinders?
Who's that?
Oh, good lord.
No,
No comments.
Peaky Blinders.
I don't
No
know who that
comments.
is.
I don't think I want to.
Oh, it's on.
So, I was in there.
It's an
I
English
was in
show.
there during the first inception of all these the Discord servers and everything. I basically found the MiGTOW philosophy by listening to a guy named Tom Likas after I had graduated college, because I was kind of after dating college women, I was like, or college girls, I was just like, this shit is whack. Like, what the fuck is wrong with women these days? And then the medium I was initially introduced to it by was like, there was no faces. It was just a weird big fat white guy's face talking to a bunch of other nameless Americans and nameless, Latin people from a Latin culture. And they were all sharing their ideas about what is going on with, women, society, and how to get more tail for less money. And regardless of how you guys want to relate that to the MiGTOW philosophy, I just decided to go full out and balls deep into making videos without really watching any other. I think I watched. There had to be somebody that I was watching before I started making videos, but like I said, you guys were all in the server rooms and stuff, being like, "Oh, we're all MiGTOW, we're all MiGTOW and stuff." Me and like Duzangs,
Red Pill Radio. Red Pill Radio. That's who you watched. You watched Red Pill Radio. That's where I found your ass.
I did get on it, but I was already making I was already making videos, but before I went on to Red Pill Radio's channel.
Yeah.
But the long story short with that, I think this whole social media thing is just like, if you want to be in a relationship, guy or girl, social media is just not good because it lets people into something that they weren't supposed to get into in the first place. Do y'all agree with that?
Well, yeah, depends on how you're talking. Yeah, like a good example of social media and the internet. If you're an 8 to a 10, use a dating app. If you're below that and you're a 7, take your ass out to the bar and go talk to somebody if that's what you want to do. Because at the end of the day, your 7 ass ain't getting nobody that's on a dating app. We're just keeping it 100, It is what it is. However, you can actually bankroll that in real life if you're a 7 or a 6 at a club or a bar or at a library or anywhere like that. So if you're 7 and below, you better take your ass out to the real world and actually do it. Don't go on internet and do it.
Like anything that has ever existed in life in our human history, you're gonna have your ups, you're gonna have your downs. The Tinder shit, it makes it easier if you play your cards right to find even a good relationship.
Yeah, but you're ignoring a core problem within yourself. Like if you're on Tinder looking for a hookup, but you're not like the best looking person, you're like trying to force something to fit when it doesn't actually fit.
Well, I was gonna say that 9 times out of 10 it doesn't work.
Where the hell Psyche yourself go?
I don't know. But 9 times out of 10 going on Tinder doesn't work because 9 times out of 10 you know what you're there for.
So why go on it?
The internet, well, because that's what a lot of kids are being raised on now.
Yeah, but
that's why it has its ups and downs.
On there to try and prove a point, right? Same with MrElite. He tried to prove a point, and it all backfired. People are going to say, "Well, why are you on there in the first place?" Everyone knows that this is bullshit. Tinder.
I'm not going on Tinder, but like when you go, if you're a man and you go on Tinder, clearly you're not going to get half as much attention as if you're a woman. I think
you said that's what kids are being raised on, and I think like it's true that they're using it, but the sad part about it is like kids aren't even being raised on anything. We're being allowed, and I'm 20, like I'm 20 or something. We're being allowed to find that shit without the use of, or without the parental, or without the guidance of any parental figure. All this stuff that's online, we basically have beat the older generation to the punch. Now, I'm not saying you guys, but because I feel like MiGTOW, if anything, it's like understanding like a little like the changing times. But like the normal people, if you look at normal people, they let their kids get into all this stuff: Tinder, Bumble, OnlyFans, Plenty of Fish, TikTok, this Facebook, and it's just like there's no control over it. Hold on 1 second.
I wish my daughter would be on TikTok. I'd be on the news later. Fuck that shit. Let me ever catch my daughters on TikTok. Y'all gonna see a news story.
I think there obviously needs to be a balance. There's not a lot of what you would call like Yam said, parental. Like who's teaching anyone? Like when I got into computers, no one taught me shit. Like it was either. You kind of got the tricycle course at like an elementary school or maybe even high school or some shit like that. Yeah, but they don't tell you the nitty gritty. They're not trying to teach you how to be fucking hackers. Okay, they're just trying to teach you how to navigate through normal computer-cy. So if that's even a fucking word, but whatever. I make up words all the time, so get used to it. The fact of the matter is that when I got into computers the first time, everything that I know now, I had to learn. That's why there's somewhat of a disconnect between so many people. Like the internet is good for we're connecting. Like this thing that we're doing here, all different races from different countries, from different sides of the planet, we're different creeds and cultures and the whole 9 yards. So that's what the internet could be good for. But at the same time, people also use it for, the dumbest of fucking reasons. They clearly
their own interests, their own special interests.
Yeah, definitely.
And not only that, but it's like,
nice.
Between like there's very few people on the internet. Like I can name them. Like there's your Professor Messers, there's your Nixie Pixels, who are actually teaching people how to use the internet, how to get the equipment or what equipment to get, or because it's like obviously there's a means of. Nice background, dude. Nice fucking.
Just twinking about. I didn't even know I was doing that.
You done changed the shit.
About. Like, damn.
How did you do that?
I was just going to screen up the virtual background there with the screen, but I haven't got a green screen. I've had a green screen, all this background up behind me, but I've just realised I have to do it on live stream. God damn!
He just realised he had a green screen in the back of him in his live stream. Like, really?
You walk into that specific room that you're walking into right now.
Man,
there's a giant green screen. So what was that about senile? People going
Right?
senile.
Senile, right?
Oh my god!
Hey, you know
I forget how
what?
many times
I'll
I
take it
agree
back
with you
because you know what? I
saying
had
in my face, my positive face. There's so many times where I could have
And
used that
and
green screen,
Pence
but
rule,
okay, here you are
Pence rule.
taking it for
Yes, I said
granted.
library. You can actually meet a girl at a library if you really try. I've met
Oh,
I've met women at a library.
Yes,
Yeah.
I've gotten stalked at a library.
Shit. But plus, the library is my friend in college because I stayed out of trouble at the library, except for that one time when I got accused of some shit that I didn't do when I was all the way across town in the library on camera. Other than that, library is my best friend.
Especially like college libraries. Stay out of
Oh
college
yeah, I love
libraries.
college
if you,
libraries. Shit.
How
if
do
you
I
have a
put my
gray
avatar on
beard,
here, guys?
bad
Huh?
idea to walk into a college library.
How do I put my avatar on Streamlabs?
Huh?
How do I put my avatar like you've got, like a picture to cover my face?
You basically turn off your camera, and you basically
And then
you
you click
basically
the icon.
No, down below,
All right.
down below, Arpos.
Right, I got you.
Boom.
Right, got you.
it'll say something about an icon it'll say something
Yeah,
about mic icon.
Camera
Oh, it's
mic.
better that way. It's better.
It'll say cam and it'll say that. You'll see avatar basically.
Yeah, I'll
He's
keep
done
that
it.
one. I
He's
think.
done it. He's done it because his logo's come up.
There it goes. He did it. There he goes.
Change my logo. So anyway, guys. So yeah, so how have you been anyway? I've not been on YouTube. How's the censorship going?
I'm dodging it.
I haven't even none of my videos have been touched.
And this.
Well, mine haven't.
I
I had 2 of my mini Sherms got deleted because Alex Jones. That's the only thing I could he was in the video and he was doing some meme. It was meme jokey kind of whatever. And he was talking about something about the path of pain or frogs or some shit. And yeah, they got pulled. So that was about it actually.
Is that the one with the gay frog?
Yeah.
No, it was the one. It was the one when he was talking about. It was the one when he was saying, "I'm an animal. I'm an animal."
Yeah, man, I'm a gorilla or a gorilla or something like that.
He's chasing people and I can't keep up with half of the shit that Alex Jones does.
Gorilla.
Guys,
Like I said, I think the worst thing that happened to my channel, the worst thing that's happened to my channel now is it takes a live stream to upload. It takes anything I do like 16 hours, 12 to 16 hours to actually fully process. That's like the worst thing that's happened to me on YouTube.
You see what I've
Like
done?
this live stream will probably take about 12 to 16 hours, depending on how Susan Wojcicki feels.
Yeah,
Other than that,
I've put my settings all to 18 to get down the copper. You know the copper women. I put everything to 18. Everything to 18.
Well, no, it's not that though. Even I have all that set up like that. Yes. However, when this live stream is over, it'll probably take 12 to 16 hours for it to actually fully process, so you can actually see the comment section that's going on now.
I did a 3-minute video, and it took over 4 hours to load up.
I believe it. Yeah, because mine take 12 to 16 hours. I could do like a 30-minute video, 7-minute video, 12 to 16 hours. I was like, the fuck, Susan? What the hell's your problem? But the one time when we did like a 5-hour live stream, Susan was just probably like, fuck it, Tico got that. Just upload that bitch. And things walked away.
Yeah, I uploaded close to a 5-hour Skyrim video. That took about 2 days, 16 hours, 35 minutes, and I don't know the seconds, but yeah, that's how long.
I'm not talking about I'm talking about if you do a live stream on YouTube or something like that, basically.
Oh, the processing could be a bitch, but it's not as half as long as just uploading like a HD video. Like you have to have the best internet in the world if you're thinking about going 4K.
True story.
5G, yeah.
True story.
Is 5G? Can we get into this? Is it killing people? What is it doing?
Yeah.
5G is spreading the coronavirus worldwide. It's killing everybody.
It's not spreading the coronavirus, Mr. Forma.
Well,
coronavirus is
why not 5G?
5G is. I mean, coronavirus is its own thing from 5G. 5G does a lot of other things, but not coronavirus.
I'm just.
Like cancer, yes. Coronavirus, no. Melanoma, yes. Coronavirus, no. Anything like that. Tumor, yes. Coronavirus, no.
If you put it on YouTube, 5G dead tree, 5G dead tree. It'll show a guy going up to a tree, filming it and showing the 5G mast at the side of it. It was only a lamp, you know, like on the street with a little antenna on the top, and half of the tree were dead, half were alive. Literally. And I thought, oh my God, man, there's no way that I'm accepting 5G. They keep pushing me. Oh, do you want 5G? Do you want 5G? I said, no, why do I want 5G? 4G is bad. Never mind 5G.
Yeah, true. I'll give
and
you
the
that.
sad thing is, if you see, yeah, I was just gonna say, like,
Go ahead.
if you see like what kind of fuckery that women can do with 4G, just
Do you know what
imagine.
I've got, guys? Do you know I've got a military encrypted phone called Anno. It's off the grid, but speaking to Sigma. You can get it for America as well, but basically you can't be detected or contact traced whatsoever. It's fully encrypted, web anonymity, and you.
Yeah, but they're expensive, man. They're expensive. They're like
Okay.
$600, $700 man.
It
They're
says
expensive.
5G towers affect bees, birds, trees, and people.
Well, they did two. They did two experiments, right? One in California and one somewhere else.
Oh, just before you go, guys, let you know 19 5G towers got burned down in the UK. 19 of them.
19 of them got burned. Aren't they like arresting people for that or something like that? Didn't they like to make a new law for that now because of that?
They've got some near my worst. I'm considering doing the same thing.
This experiment they did, right? Now, they didn't know this was going to happen at first, and all the birds were falling out the fucking trees. Now, they thought, oh, hang on. So they did a second test in a different county, right? Which is a different suburb in where you are. And they did it near a pond, a massive pond, where there were ducks on top. And the ducks were ducking underneath the water, and they were floating on the top later on. And yet they kept it quiet. They kept it quiet. There were no experiments on humans or anything. They just rolled it out. Didn't give a shit. They rolled it out.
Yeah.
I kind of like one of these. You guys remember that Man of Steel movie where they had the machine device thing that like was just like terraforming the earth and like everything was just becoming flattened? I think, yeah, it was like,
yeah.
They were punching.
I need one of those right now.
I need one of those right now. Listen to me, I need one of those right now. No, you don't. You'll be the first person to get arrested.
We need one of those right now, please.
No, what were you saying about that thing on Superman? What were you talking about on Superman?
The Man of Steel, yeah.
The Man of Steel
with the thing that was the terraforming Earth. Yeah, that thing. That was funny as hell.
What was his point?
I heard that the Mexican.
He said he wants one.
Superman's
He basically just wants one, so he wants one right now, so he can use it.
They're tearing down statues here in America, like they're tearing down statues, and then in UK they're tearing down 5G towers. So if you think about it, like gravity is the real revolutionary variable.
Well, I read online today that the
okay, it's starting to sound like Alex Jones there, Yam.
The globalists are going to. I went to the lake the other day, and I saw a duck, and I asked that duck.
The UK government is actually stopping 5G for the time being because they're asking this company to do the testing because there's that many that's been burnt down in England recently that the people are going absolutely mental about because they know what's been going on and what's happening. So they suspended 5G and they said they want to investigate it. And now they're investigating Huawei as well for some reason. I don't know why.
Hey, Sigma, did you hear about basically there've been loads of petitions? There've been over 100,000 petitions. I signed one as well to stop 5G getting passed through House of Parliament. And they've been forced to look into it. They've been forced to look into it now because basically there's a lot of people getting sick off it, and obviously from China, it's been getting out of 5G, your mobile phones, your smartphones, COVID-19 vaccinations. It's all coming down the establishment now, guys. It's a fucking good time to see the apocalypse. I'm masturbating to it every night, seeing people get destroyed by this.
Yeah, me too.
I love it because we've all been predicting this as MiGTOW men the global collapse or the financial collapse. So we're all prepared to stock up for food, firearms. So why should we fucking worry about what society happens? They're going to go down. All the blue pill and pay the milk up. Let them have it. You know what I mean?
Apparently, America said the globalists could juggle these balls, these nuts. I'm sorry. Globalists are juggling these nuts.
Well said, America.
Dude, actually, the globalists, I'm finding out through all this, are a bunch of fucking pussies, dude. Like, seriously?
Epstein got
Somebody
killed,
needs
right?
to
Epstein
DDT
got
one of them on live camera. It's okay. Next time we're on the live stream, all of us together, somebody's got to cam up with one of the globalists and just give them sweet chin music.
This guy.
Sweet chin music?
I don't know. Goodness, JB, that was amazing. He came right on the top of a turnbuckle.
Give him the pedigree on top of the chair.
Right?
And you know something?
Have you heard of Epstein? Because he got popped off. The girl who was bringing the girls over from Haiti was a Jehovah's Witness, and she still is now. And they arrested her in southern England. And when Epstein got popped off, they put all the evidence away because no one could contest it. Now she's been arrested. They've had to reopen the case. Now you Prince Andrew, Prince Charles, the royal family, Bilderberg Group, the Clintons, the Obama administration, they're all going down, literally going down. He's impeaching them all now.
Oh, that's what's up. I like that.
Hey, all these.
Why do you think the building quite well there? Again,
all these distractions that are happening, ironically enough, Epstein's secretary is being heavily investigated, and some major names are bound to come up unless, of course, she finds a very sheer bed sheet wrapped around her neck.
She's not a secretary. That was an associate. That was a partner in crime, brother.
Oh, that's right. She was Madame Eloise.
Yeah, man. She used to snag them from the club.
She's a Jehovah's Witness.
Wait, the madam? She's a Jehovah's Witness?
No, Ghislaine. Yeah. Ghislaine was
what can you tell us about Jesuits? Because I also hear a lot about that. I don't even understand that. I don't even know what's going on. Yeah.
Well, the Jesuits were like they were a school of like missionary clerics that were sent around the globe to proselytize, but also they kind of like set up science centers and like different centers where like they're like it depends on where you are in the world. Like there's a good movie called Silence, I think it is.
He says Sigma makes crime sound acceptable. Sigma makes crime sound acceptable.
But just think of them as like.
I make it sound casual. Sigma make it sound acceptable. I make it sound like a Sunday morning martini. He makes it sound like it's something they do all the time.
Like, to be honest, like the Jesuits are kind of like the Assassin's Creed of Christianity. They're just like trust no one, and they like all these.
You know what I've realized about everything? Do you know what I've realized about everything? Everything is a game. When you're born, it's a game because they're going to register your name to make money off you. When you get old enough, you go through a job, it's all a fucking game. Going through dating scene is a game. Going into religion is a game. It's all about manipulation. Everything.
Well, yeah, it's a game where you can't manipulate any of the pieces. It's not a game. It's just it's like an interactive movie.
It's kind of how the rich keep getting richer and the poor keep getting poorer. I mean, why do you think we have all these laws with like the freeway and shit? You think it's because they care about your health? No, it's because they can make a profit. They know that fines and all this bullshit, they put it all in the language. So more or less, they're gonna get profited off of all the laws and stuff that are made, these bullshit laws. Who do you think gets all this money? Like when I got in trouble for my little thing, it was like, where does all this money go? You know what I mean? Who needs this money? Do you people get because I thought your money comes from taxpayers. So then in that case, where does all this money go? Where is it going to charity? Well, if it's going to charity, then how come there are all these homeless people out here fucking suffering? I mean, it doesn't make any sense. How come we have bullshit orphanages? You know what I mean? How come we have to have abortion clinics on almost every single fucking block, along with the goddamn Starbucks and the fucking McDonald's? Like, come on. It's crazy. And then you want to chastise me about my health. Like, it's weird. You know, but oh, you could go smoke cigarettes and alcohol, but no, that marijuana, don't touch that stuff. Yeah, suck a dick.
This guy. Suck a dick. I knew that was coming. Suck a dick. That was funny.
You wanted to do with the pudding. I'll pull out my pudding and make you suck it. We here at the Tico Tren channel don't support the actions of Bill Sherm.
Hey guys, I'm gonna have to go. You know, I've got work in the morning. I've got to let to go, but I've enjoyed speaking to you, fine gentlemen. Hopefully, I'll be coming back on YouTube again. You know, but I've got to fucking feels like a crowded clutch to quote Mr. Underchronic. But guys, I'll talk to the birds about the Red Bull Roundtable. Yeah, no problem. Guys, I've got to go. I've enjoyed talking tonight with you fine Red Bull
Stop by
gentlemen.
for some toxic Tico tacos anytime.
Mr. Forma back again. Mr. Forma got two.
Take it easy, guys.
Mr. Forma has done a shadow clone jujitsu. We don't know
See you,
how.
Thanks for coming. Definitely. You're welcome.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Blackpill. Mr. Former has discovered the powers of Naruto and has...
These modern day women are going to have to know some sort of Rasengan in order to please that.
Give them nothing.
You're going to need to know some sort of shadow clone jutsu because you got to be multiple places at once.
Oh, good Lord.
No, you know what happened? What happened was that I'm eating buffalo wings and my finger, well, actually, my butt pressed the button and took me out of here.
That's how you learn ninjutsu, is that your ass sometimes does the work for you.
Oh, good Lord. These guys. Let me tell you, these guys.
Hey, you
I heard it all now.
man. Got to do what you got to do, man. That chicken looks delicious, man.
Chicken sucks. That and tacos suck.
Don't tell Shinobi. Tell Shinobi something about cooking chickens because
well, he actually eats. I think he admitted he eats chicken. I think
he eats the chicken. He pretty much raises it to eat it.
He had it on his head, didn't he? Like a crown. It was great to watch. He had it on his head. It was brilliant.
That's why I subscribed to him immediately. Like anyone who could have a chicken just sitting there on the head of a person and just obey and just like, oh yeah, I'm a chicken. Yeah, I'm here. Oh, let me mute, guys. I got the guy outside doing the thing.
Yeah, he literally was doing the whole entire. He's doing MiGTOW church with a chicken on his head the whole entire time.
Right, can we get back on topic a minute? I want to ask one question. Why, when Mr. Lee did what he did, why did he not realize first this might end up bad? Why did he not think foresight? Well, if I do this, I do this, I do this.
It's internet hysteria. I think it's like it's a combination of it's a combination of having people that are supporting you, but not understanding that they want the best for you, and then kind of like going through with your own agenda with all the support. You know, it's like understanding that. Like these people want me to put out content, but then not knowing exactly what content to put out. It's kind of like if it spreads the more you invest into, these troll channels, because like what they do is just a bunch of toxic garbage. So then it seeps into what you do every time you watch it. And then you send out their other MiGTOW content creators to those channels, and then they co-sign your BS, and then all of a sudden we're in like a shitstorm tornado. And like and then I don't know. It's just it would compel somebody to try to fight for their position when in reality they just need to like scrap the board and start over. Like scrap the whole thing.
I've got common sense to understand that if a girl's going to mess around with the first place, I won't even give her time of day, man. You know what I mean? So why go back for second fucking helpings?
The problem with it is I remember I had a conversation with MrElite last year, like I would say the middle end of last year, and we were talking about like trolling and stuff like that, and like stuff like that. I was like, you might as well just leave it alone because at the end of the day, you're MiGTOW. That means you're a man going your own way. That's exactly what I said. That means you can't. That means you fuck all with all those other people. You're a man going your own way at the end of the day. You can't really go your own way. Because I said to him, you can't really go your own way if you're still roasting people. I said, like, basically it's man going your own way. It's how I say it. It's men going their own way. It's not man going his own way and take a couple casualties with you. It's man going his own way. It's typically what I said to him. But like he said, yeah, right, you're right, bro. You're right, bro. I go, now if you want to invent another wing of MiGTOW, take a couple casualties and go your own way, I'll support you 100%. But the MiGTOW thing is a MiGTOW thing. So like you either going to have to make a new category or you're going to have to try your best to ignore these heifers because
I was going to say, like with MrElite, I feel like
he tried to go actor. Alpha's going the wrong way, and I said you can't do that. Well, you can, but you know.
Well, and the sad part about that, I made a video about that. MiGTOWs technically aren't alpha. MiGTOWs would be either Zeta or Sigmas for the most part. Because Zeta, Sigmas, or Omegas for the most part. Because you got MiGTOWs like me that are Sigmas and Sigma. And you also got Zetas. They'll actually watch somebody fall on the ground, get fucked up, and they'll just step over the body and keep on moving. Yeah, you got Omegas that pretty much do all the computer stuff and hacking for the most part. So that's typically
a Sigma.
So alphas aren't really MiGTOW for that reason because alphas tend to always get themselves caught up in shit and always want attention. They're always that look at me guy. Whereas Sigmas go, I don't really need it right now. Fuck that. Fuck all with all that shit.
A Sigma is a person who doesn't lead or follow. He's in the middle.
He's in the middle, basically. I mean, don't get me wrong. Sigmas will follow if it's actually an alpha that he actually agrees with, and it's a good alpha. And he actually has a good mind. He got a good head on his shoulders. Yeah, they'll follow him. But if he doesn't got a good head on his shoulders, then he's not going to follow the man, nor he's going to respect the man.
Exactly, and obviously it makes sense.
Like if it's an alpha and he sounds like a dumbass, he sounds like a college bro. Talk about party and beer. He's not going to follow him. Like you basically got to be a very intelligent alpha for a Sigma to want to follow you. Basically,
you see, this is why alphas and Sigmas get on. Because the Sigma doesn't want to overtake what the alpha's got, but he is more superior to an alpha.
Oh yeah, he definitely is.
He understands. He thinks, nah, that's bullshit and that's bullshit. And we'll just
basically a Sigma is the type of guy that knows he could do the job. Everybody knows he could do the job, but he doesn't want to do the job.
Exactly.
Right.
He doesn't want to be the leader. He's the type of he's basically the leader that pretty much leads. He pretty much makes sure everybody's up to speed. And he's basically a hands-off leader, whereas alphas, they're hands-on leaders. Sigmas are hands-off leaders.
I'll give you an example, right? When all this world goes to shit and I'm in the forest, because I've got my, I've got my flint, my steel, my emergency kit, I'm getting a rucksack, I've got all my survival kit ready and everything for when it all kicks off. Now, if I'm going up in the forest, I'll say, look, I don't want anybody with me that's not going to chip in, right? I'll say,
definitely.
Doing right. Now I'll stand back and say, look, at the end of the day, I'm only telling you what necessary needs to be done. I don't want to leave. I just tell you what needs to be done and say, look, do it, don't worry. I'll do my part too, but I don't want nobody with me that's not willing to chip in. Because I don't want no fucking freeloaders on there. You know what I mean? It's not fair. You know what I mean? For the people that are with me. So for me, right. Go and collect wood, do this. But I'm not the leader. I'm just here to tell you what common sense is. And that's it.
For the most part, yeah. That's typically what Sigmas do. They're basically, if they do lead, they're hands-off leaders, basically. They make sure everybody's up to speed so they can do their own job and they don't have to micromanage them. Whereas the alpha, they like to micromanage, they like to make sure shit is done, they like to make sure, and they like to overcompensate for shit that they really don't need to overcompensate for. So they have everybody wound up tight for no damn reason, whereas the Sigma goes, you good? Okay, bye. For the most part, that's typically how that works. And there's also the lone wolf Sigmas too, but
an alpha wouldn't chip in because that's what kings are. They're alphas. They don't chip in. They get ready to do everything for them. For a Sigma, it's like, look, do you need any help? Because this needs doing, because this is our survival. But I'm not going to lead you. I'm not going to say we're going doing this, that, and the other. I will take a vote and go with the majority. But if it doesn't
Yeah.
benefit the majority, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, for the most part, that's pretty much what a sigma is.
Yeah.
And people get that mixed up or misconstrued and shit like that. Like, no, this is what we do. This is what I do.
Yeah.
The Zeta thing's interesting.
The Zeta, I love Zetas. I love Zetas because a good example of a Zeta that's always in my comment section. He's not. He used to be a part of the comment section. Mr. Vicious, not Hate Vicious, the other Vicious guy. He was a straight Zeta because he'll say, oh well, it's kind of like what I say in the one video about I let the woman fall down the stairs. That's basically what a Zeta would do. He just let the bitch fall down the stairs and just let her slide down the stairs and land right on her face for the most part. That's what a Zeta would do. If somebody it's basically what I said about the one lady who got hit by a car. She went over the hood of the car and she fell on her face, and I stepped over her body and kept walking. And she tried to reach up for me to help her. But
did you see the fucking the I-5 on the I-5, right? Apparently they were the Black Lives Matter protesters, and it was it was a black guy in a white car who hit 2 white females. So
that's some Zeta shit right there.
Lives Matter,
Like, first of all, I saw that, and it was brought to me by ABL.
Black Lives Matter. That nigga needed to get to work.
Yeah, Black Lives Matter. He needed to get to work. Shit, them bitches was making him late. So his lives matter more than theirs.
Yeah, the main nitty-gritty thing is when it all comes down to it is if lives matter, why are feminists allowed to kill babies off? If that's the case.
True story.
Why men are allowed to go and fight in wars? I thought lives matter. This encompasses everything. Babies, black, whites, Chinese, men, women. If lives really mattered, then there'd be no contradictory like the feminists are doing.
Well, you also...
I mean, you got they turn around and say, "Oh, don't do that to the dog or the cat." Well, don't do that to the fucking baby in your fucking body, you fucking idiot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the problem with the All Lives Matter thing, I basically explained that up in another live stream where I said, basically, all lives matter. All lives matter so they can actually hold. Because somebody else has to have their neck stepped on, so everybody else can rise up to the top.
Yeah,
so somebody always has to be at the bottom for the most part. That's the only way. That's the only way that all lives can actually matter is somebody stepping on somebody's neck,
so that they can get more immigration, so that they can have cheaper labor. That's why all lives matter.
Yeah, that too.
Say that again, Fella. Say that again.
Yeah, it's a conservative. That's a conservative talking point to say that to respond to Black Lives Matter with All Lives Matter means we want more cheap labor from people immigrating here. It's not to say that we don't like. We're not trying to say Black and White Lives Matter. We just mean the lives that we're benefiting from as a result of having all this like less entitlement spending and more immigration benefits us. So it's like if you agree with All Lives Matter, it's pretty much just
why do you think they like illegal immigration? They love illegal immigration because they're not learning about the revolutionists. Because George Washington is now a terrorist, says the Washington Post. I don't think you guys heard me. Let me repeat that again. George Washington is a terrorist, according to the Washington Post. Let me go ahead and say that one more time. George Washington is considered a terrorist by an organization called the Washington Post, and they're stationed in a place called Washington.
Excuse me, Sherm. I'm going over the George Washington Bridge. I really can't hear you right now. Can you repeat that one more time?
Fella, what reason did the Washington Post give though for that statement? What reason?
I don't know. I have no. Maybe it's because I don't know where we go from George Washington, the revolutionist, the president, to terrorist. How did we get here? Now,
basically, I know how they got there. They're basically trying to use the equivalency of the Civil War, the equivalent that everybody uses to technically, because the South technically seceded, so that makes them terrorists. And all technicality, they're trying to say George Washington, since he was the first president, he technically was a terrorist to the crown.
But what did Frederick Douglass do?
My point exactly, but they're not going to talk about Frederick Douglass because this is feminist.
No, they're tearing down his statue right now.
Oh yeah, true, there's that too. Do they even know who Frederick Douglass is, though?
I'm British.
They probably think Frederick Douglass is a white guy.
No,
I'm willing to bet any money.
He's emphatically black.
I know, but I'm
really
saying
black.
though, I believe they probably think he's actually a white guy.
Yeah, they're like
but
the bronze statue looks white to me, and the name sounds his Frederick. I don't know any black people named Frederick.
Frederick. Hey,
Maybe his name used to be
Douglass
Frederick
was a black
Abate or
man,
some shit.
and he had the nicest. He had one of the nicest afros I've ever seen.
Yeah.
He had the part on the side, and it was like this, and the beard. Frederick
He did
Douglass
have
had
the
a
part.
good look.
That's why they probably thought he was a white guy, because they remember they had wigs that looked like that back in the day, so they probably thought Frederick Douglass was a white guy for that reason. Because they said they had some legit wigs like that. George Washington had one. Because they were dressed like barristers.
Well, they used to
back in the day.
Didn't they used to wear wigs when you go to court?
Right?
I think they still do that over there in the UK. Like when you go to
the
court, the
barristers
judges be wearing wigs and shit.
Yeah, the barristers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, they used to be.
I like actually their.
Do you know why they wore those
because
wigs?
they stand in the middle of their parliament and they scream at each other. Like I love that. I wish we would do that here. Like it's all
I'll tell you the why we wore wigs in England in the courts is because they had to shave the hairs because of all the nits and the lice, and then they put wigs on and they were full of nits and lice too.
Well, I remember that a lot of those guys had if they didn't have hepatitis, they had some form of syphilis or something. So they would use the wigs to cover up all the sores and all the nasty stuff up there.
How the hell that we became born from that fucking era?
Can somebody answer this question? Is snuff old school? Is that cocaine from the 18th century?
It's tobacco.
It's
tobacco.
Yeah, snuff is tobacco.
I thought snuff was cocaine because they would sniff it.
No,
it's you're thinking of something else. There's something else that got that similar name from back in the day. It's called something else, basically.
Snuff is because it make them sneeze. They did it deliberately. They'd sniff it and it did sneeze.
Yeah, they sneeze, and that's why they call it snuff.
Yeah, and it's all something to do with the humours, vile, all this, that, and the other. And back in the
50s, all their alchemy, all their like weird understanding of the human body and stuff.
Yeah, getting all the fluids out and stuff. Yeah, that's why they bled people. You know what I mean?
Bloodletting? Yeah, that was very popular.
Because it was to do with all the four humans. So one of them was to do with the nostril.
I think that's actually a good cure for feminism. Like if your significant other is ailed by feminism, just do a little bit of bloodletting. Probably would cure.
I actually know how to bloodlet. That's the sad part. I'm actually trained in bloodletting.
What is that? What is bloodletting?
It's basically it's basically like if you were to tap a vein with a little needle, almost like an IV. And like there's a little opening, the blood basically drips out into like a bucket or a pan. Now the new age one is they basically take the blood out of your system for the most part. Is usually how they do it now. But the old age is basically they literally stick a needle in your vein and there's like a hole at the end of the back of the needle and it basically just leaks right out into a bucket or a pail. What's
the purpose of that? What's the purpose of that?
Usually nowadays, if you're getting bloodletted nowadays, it's because your body has too many red blood cells or you have too much blood in your system for the most part. That's pretty much what that would be. Or if you're going to get like some type of operation, they basically, and you want to use your own blood, you don't want to use anybody else's, they basically would take it out of your system and save it for later so your body can like replace the blood basically. So when you get surgery, you're going to get your blood back in you instead of somebody else's blood for the most part. There's also that version too.
Volume, it's to do with the volume, not the actual red and white blood cells. It's all to do with the volume in your body.
Yeah. No, because you can actually bloodlet somebody because of like they have too many red blood cells too. Because that can actually cause a problem. But that's usually like a rarer thing. Whereas it depends on what you got going on with you for the most part.
Yeah, but when it comes to a major operation, it's all to do with the volume in your body. because your pancreas or whatever it makes red and white blood cells anyway. It's all to do with the volume because of the pressure in your body or something.
Yeah. Then on top of that, what a lot of people actually don't know is like your femur basically creates a lot of blood also. It's like it replaces the blood that's not in your actual running throughout your system. So your femur actually stores a shit ton of blood.
My diagnosis, my recommendation for MrElite is they just sniff mercury. Because that's been proven.
Stop! Knock it off.
I think
knock it off, Gam.
Bad Gam. Bad Gammy.
I think to solve this problem, to get rid of solve it totally, is just let her have the name, change his name, and just say, look, I'm sorry, I'm not going to charge for quite a long while. I'm going to build my trust back up with you guys. I'm going to be sincere and honest with you, and I'm going to prove to you guys that I'm going to be honest from now on. I'm going to be a true MiGTOW. If I'm going to go and fuck someone, I'll tell you, right? If not, I'm going to stay the same. That's what I would do. I would do it like that. Fuck it. Why not?
Well, first of all,
I never want to force somebody to live something that they don't want to. So if they were trying to be a MiGTOW and then they failed, then they would. I would just encourage them to follow what best fits them, and then whatever your presence is online, you can always switch that up instead of having to switch up your core being. Like if you don't want to be MiGTOW, then don't.
Plus, he doesn't have to put his personal life out there, right? So he can just say he's red pill. He doesn't have to latch on to the MiGTOW teat, so to speak.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. No, sorry. I just thought we were getting off. I just thought we were getting off topic. I thought we were gonna, and I wanted to say Mercury somehow because that's some crazy shit that killed a lot of people who are trying to get away from. They're like
Sailor Venus, Sailor Mercury. I'm sorry, I just had to jump in there.
You two are a trip today. You two are a trip. You and Yam both. True.
All right,
if I were to have my little group, Yam would be, he'd be like my buddy, man.
Yeah, I can tell. I can tell.
Gonna have a rap video coming out.
What'd you say about the studio? Who said something about studio?
I said Sherman. I would say we gotta get the Shermy gang back together.
The Shermy gang.
What are you talking about?
I didn't know there was a Shermy gang.
I'm serious.
It's in all your raps. You're like Shermy gang.
Yeah, it's like in every single song I have in Breaking Black, I'm mentioning something about Shermy gang, and I don't have an official. Like I have the little thing on this where you could go check out all the channels that I like, that like the top 10 or something like that.
Shermy
like
gang.
if I were to have a top 10, that's basically the Shermy gang.
I don't got a Shermy gang. I need to get me a Shermy gang.
Dude, everyone like you have Underground Elite, you have the Thought Chop with you have Forma Force.
No.
Well, no, because I don't call it the Shermy gang. I refer to everybody as my niggas. That's right. I go my niggas. You all my niggas. I don't care if you're black, white, Chinese, Puerto Rican, Asian. You all my niggas.
How many times do I have to tell you?
Or some shit? I don't know.
Your shit don't apply here. You got the fucking cartel behind you.
Well, yeah, true. I'm talking about my internet. I'm talking about my internet followers. I'm talking about. They're basically my niggas.
Refer to them as your cartel.
Get your ass out of here with that shit.
It's Tico's cartel.
Shermy's
still know us like this. They still know us. The Tico still know us.
My chops are fucking killing me. My chops are well hurting.
Yam's group is called Yam Sanity or some shit. I don't know.
Yam Sanity.
Yamageddon.
Yamageddon.
You are not ready to enter the precinct of Yamageddon yet.
Oh, good lord, this guy.
Once you went to the Yeti brothers, you'll never go back.
Shermy gang. Psyche Soap has a click too. What's Psyche Soap call his click?
I forgot. He'll have to come back in here to tell us.
Corn screamers?
He calls it something.
The corn screamer. The streakers. The streakers. The cornfield streakers.
Psyche Soap. That's how he calls his crew and shit, and then like 30 niggas pop up. Yo!
Everybody's
That's
What's good, Psyche
Soap? Over here! The good corn's on this side.
I'm not going to discuss MrElite anymore, right? But there's only one little advice I'm going to give him. Just say,
No.
No.
Tru Sherm is a trip. No. Oh God, no one knows.
Go ahead, Sigma.
Go ahead, Sigma.
Everyone makes mistakes, right?
Yeah.
Just say, look, I fucked up. I wrote my hands up, no worries. And I would say, yeah, that is what I call a real man. Who would say, yeah, I fucked up, no worries. I'm sorry. And that's it. Easy.
Actually, no, not everybody makes mistakes. I never make a mistake. Stop.
Look at this guy.
Stop. I'm just joking now.
Stop with your
actually
lies.
because I actually do make mistakes, and you actually can see it in my videos because they're still raw and uncut. I'll actually correct myself after I make that mistake. So I do make mistakes. I ain't gonna hurt, but yeah.
Oh, dude, I spelled there with I spelled there without the I, and apparently it was the wrong there. So don't feel bad.
Don't feel bad. I actually work in microbiology. I spelled virology wrong.
Microbiology.
I spelled virology wrong. I spelled virology wrong, and I spelled
Look at that.
Yeah, MiGTOW on the Win was laughing at me when I did it. I go, you know what, MiGTOW on the Win? I'd almost done fucked up. I almost spelled virology wrong. He goes, how do you spell something that you do for a living wrong? I go, don't judge me, man. It's been a long day.
Don't get it wrong.
You're like ESYCHALW.
I don't know about that now.
See, I'm over here giving old people shit. Look at us. You know, we're crazy.
Yeah, I know, right?
The other day I lost my keys in my hand. They're in my hand, and I lost them looking for them, and they're in my hand the entire fucking time. Right?
Yeah, but
so I'm looking around for my keys, like, where the fuck are my keys at? And then I finally put my hand on my head, and then woo, my keys are right there. Like, what is wrong with me? You know?
Dude, I did that with my glasses the other day.
Glasses where
I did that with my
used to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude.
Sherm, you think that's bad? Sherm, you think that's bad? I remember I was talking to Yam the other day, and I was sitting there looking for my phone, and I was literally on my phone. And I was sitting there like, where the fuck is... Yeah, I'm like sitting there looking through... I was talking through...
on your phone.
Yeah, no. We were talking through Discord on the phone, through Discord. And I'm sitting there like, where the fuck is my phone at? I can't find my fucking phone. And I'm sitting there talking to Yam the whole entire time and shit like that. And then like MiGTOW on the Win calls... MiGTOW on the Win calls. I'm sitting there looking for my phone, and I happen to look at the side of my head. I'm like, oh, fuck.
I was actually in the kitchen the other day, and I was making making tortilla strips. I was chopping some like onions and stuff, and then I turned on the hot water from the coffee maker.
Just made a video on me. Guess who's just made a video on me? Bastard, dickhead, fucking Richie Romance, drunken sick.
This guy again?
Who? I know the name. I heard of him before, but it's like,
it was so last year. It was so last year.
Enemies are coming back to me. I don't get it.
That's how they all pop up out of nowhere, out of the woodwork.
Like, I can't get new enemies, you know.
It's like the
don't feel bad. I don't get any new ones at all. I barely get any enemies at all. They're like, we're going to talk about Tico Tren. Okay, we're not going to talk about Tico Tren. We're going to talk about somebody else today.
Why do you want enemies? Why do you want these people to come out and say stuff about? Why do you want?
Oh, because I want to pull up on somebody's house.
Helps you grow. You know,
I want to pull up on somebody's house.
The more haters, the more success. Honestly.
Oh yeah, definitely. Shit, I want to pull up on somebody's house. I want somebody to get out of line so I can show up at their household. Hey, it's Tico. Remember that shit you were talking about online? Oh, it was just online shit? Oh no, we doing this in real life now.
I just made rap songs for fun. Oh, that's cute. Yeah, there's a reason why my studio is shit.
Yeah, I don't like that shit, man, because it's like
I think your studio is missing some windows. Let me help you.
That's gonna entertain, make you happy. You got haters and people with the craziness. I don't.
I'll tell you the reason.
Yeah, I've had to pull up on somebody's house since last year. It's the last time I had to pull up on somebody's house.
My cousin is crazy. He pulled up on someone's house with a fucking knife. Like, what are you doing?
That sounds like something I do. Me and your cousin need to hang out.
You know.
Jesus.
I gotta tell you, Sherm.
Huh?
Sherm.
Yes.
Dude, I gotta tell you. people like you and me, we get people coming up to us saying, you better watch out. You better watch out. The cartel's going to get you. The cartel's going to get you. Right?
Mm-hmm.
People like Tico, he sends the cartel in front of him. And a cartel shows up. You better watch out. You better watch out. Tico's going to get you. So when the cartel shows up and says to you, watch out for Tico, and they're not doing anything to you,
Well, why do you think
let that swirl around in your head like a fine glass of wine.
Why do you think I was so surprised when I found out about Mr. Like, it's like, wait, he planned this? This is more like a me or a yam kind of thing. I wouldn't take him as a... And that's no offense to Mr. Elite, but it's like, he planned this? Jeez,
that's something I would do. That'd be something I would do for the most part. I would plan some shit out like years in advance and shit like that, and be like, okay, this worked according to plan, and then I would just spring the trap basically.
When the plan comes together.
Oh yeah, my plans always come together. If they start looking like they're going off the reservation, I force them back on the reservation on purpose.
Tico, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Regarding Richard, tell me.
I'm obviously the Mr. T of the crew.
Pity the fool.
I've been wanting really to find out, right, what his ex-wife were talking about, because he lied to me. He said there were no PFA, there were one PFA, and then when I went to MiGTOW Misfit and saw a video, Richie admitted to being gay. He admitted on the video. You go on my website, you'll see. Go on my YouTube, you'll see. It's all out of his own mouth, right? And
I don't judge. If that's what he want to do, that's what he want to do. That's his that's his business.
Well, it's like locker room talk, It's like stuff that gets taken out of context.
He said to me there was only one PFA, but yet he told MiGTOW Misfit that there were PFAs plural. She said, do you want me to drop the charges? And I'm thinking, hang on, this little shit has said only one PFA.
Right. He lies a lot, though. That's the problem with him. Because a good example of that...
Tico, you already said PFAs. Plural.
Yeah, I said PFAs. I said PFAs last year. And you want to know the sad part about that is the thing that kind of agitated me the most about him is when he sat up there and lied and said, I got him kicked out of his place. Meanwhile, mind you, I'm on the board. I was on the board of his place at the time when he got kicked out, and I voted for his ass to stay.
He didn't get kicked out. He didn't. I'll tell you what really happened. He didn't get kicked out. He left because he met his own cousin and started screwing his own cousin, first cousin.
Yeah. No. He was actually forced. No, trust me, he was actually forced to leave.
No, because
the board actually voted for him to leave, and he had a choice to either leave on his own accord or they're going to put him out legally, basically. So he left on his own accord because the board voted for him to leave, and I voted for him to stay, but the board voted for him to leave.
Who's the board?
I was on the board. There was only two of us. There was two of us on the board that voted for him to stay, and the rest of the board basically voted for him to go, and the manager at the Y basically voted for him to go. He basically had an ultimatum: either go on his own accord, or we'll put you out. We'll put you out the way we're going to put you out for the most part. But I voted for him to stay because they had this one bitch there. I shit you not, and that's the only reason why I voted for him to stay. They had this one heifer at the Y who got in trouble. Who had a possession charge of a gun charge and a possession charge of like several different narcotics. And they said, "Oh, she should stay because she'll get better and this, that, and the other." I go, "She has a gun on Y property. That's against the rules. She should go or go to jail." Well, no, she's just going through some stuff. No, she broke the rules. She really broke the rules.
So you defended him. The
only reason why I defended them because they were actually voting this one chick in who actually deserved to go because she broke so many rules. Because you're not allowed to have a gun on a Y property, and she broke the rules and it was clear. Nor are you allowed to have drugs. This heifer had drugs and a gun, and then broke some other rules. But they voted for her to stay. He only broke basically not following the rules a couple times and shit like that. But the one lady there had it out for his ass. The one lady was had a hard on for him to go.
A girl in a wheelchair, apparently.
Yeah, there's a girl in a wheelchair. Then there's also the lady that was one of the ladies that's in charge of that program. She had it in for his ass because she was tired of his rhetoric and she was tired of his stupid shit, basically. So she wanted him gone. So we had lost the vote. And basically after that meeting was over, I said, you know what? I'm not coming back to the board. And I remember I actually had my daughter Kieran actually write a piece of paper with my number on it and my name and number on it for him. And we left it at the front desk for him to actually, because I knew he was getting kicked out. So I actually gave him a name and number for the house that I gave to somebody else before, because I was actually going to give it to him so he could have some place to stay. So I gave him my name and number so he can call me. He never called me. Whatever he did with the paper, he did by his damn self. But I literally left my name and number so he can actually call me, so I can actually give him that place so he can have a place to stay, because I knew he was going to be homeless. However, he never did, and I never really panned out. So I ended up giving it to another MiGTOW that was actually going through like a custody battle and won.
You see, the reason why I kicked into the curb as a friend is because I tried telling him, I said, look, get your fines paid off, because he owed $250 for fines, right? So he could get his driving license back. He said he paid it off, and then Elena, his cousin, said, no, you did not. And this will lie.
Yeah, he lies a lot, though. He lies a lot.
No, this was on Messenger. He said,
yeah, no, I'm saying he lies a lot.
No, he admitted after he didn't pay it. And I said, why lie to me? I said, I'm trying to fucking help you here. Get your fines paid off, get a job, right? And then you can cherry pick all them other jobs further afield, because you can drive.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he was too busy trying to fucking cause shit. He went to a mayor. He did a video going to the mayor and asking about, setting up men's meetings and stuff. And then did a video straight after he came out, started slagging the guy off. And I said, take that video off. And he goes, why? Why are you telling me what to do? I said, because your wife, your ex-wife, is going to be watching that, and she's going to send it to fucking mayor, and you're in deep shit, man. I'm telling you. And he didn't want it, but he did eventually.
Yeah. And the sad part about that is he doesn't listen, and he's very stubborn, and he thinks he's always on the right, and he always thinks he's doing the right thing. Even because a good example, the whole entire thing jumped off with him and MiGTOW in the win. He had made a video, and he had said some shit in the video. I wasn't aware of what he said in the video until after MiGTOW in the win actually showed me a copy of the video. And basically, MiGTOW in the win said, and I quote, you might want to take that down, because that's not gonna look good on you if you leave that up. So he was trying to help MiGTOW. Matter of fact, MiGTOW went into drop back in the comment section. I mean, in the chat. But yeah, he basically told him. He basically went on to help him. He's like, "Look, dude, I wouldn't put that up there if I was you. This, that, and the other. This, that, and the other. It's going to look bad on you." That's all he said to him. He basically then Richie Romance went off and cussed him all out, basically, and calling him out his name. So this whole entire thing literally started with MiGTOW in the win and Richie Romance. Then it steamrolled into MiGTOW in the win, Richie Romance, and Red Pill on steroids. Then it steamrolled into then other people started getting involved in this shit too. But the sad part about that, I was the very last person to get involved in this whole entire thing. I was the very last person.
He said it was all to do with the fact that he was criticizing people for not showing the face. That's what he said it was down to.
Oh no, trust me, because if that was the case, I would criticize MiGTOW in the win in a heartbeat, because he never shows his face. Or
that's what he tried to make out.
Yeah, no. Because trust me, there's a lot of people in the manosphere that don't show their face. There's more people that don't show their face that do show their face.
What are these creepy videos with Corey Still? I've been meaning to bring that up. I didn't know exactly did he have a beef with MrElite, or who are these girls that he's showing off? Because that seems kind of
that young little girl,
Corey Still.
Nice.
I don't know. Corey Still always doing some shit.
Yeah, it just seems kind of, man. A lot of this with Richie is not my department, so I don't really know. And man, I'm
basically, all I did was I
advised. Yeah, here it goes. Go ahead. Here it goes. Let MiGTOW in the win tell it. MiGTOW in the win tell it.
Yeah, all I did was I advised him about a video on the comment section. I was vague about it, so as not to draw too much attention, but I was vague about it. For mostly for posterity and both of his and her and my modesty, I mean, I could have just said that said in an ignorant way and said it looks like basically, so now you're going around doing this to you such and such and such, but I didn't do it.
Like basically, he was trying to help him. But then Richie Romance just went off the deep end on MiGTOW in the win. So I remember MiGTOW in the win called me. He goes, I don't even think I want to make content no more. I can't believe he just snapped at me. I was trying to help him. And he literally called me saying, I can't believe this motherfucker just snapped at me. Like, I was trying to help him. Like, did I do something wrong, Tico? Can you like read the comment section and tell me if I did something wrong? Like, he was really having doubts about what he said to the man. Like, and I literally read the comment section. I go, nah, he's just tripping out. Let it go. It should die down in a couple days. He'll pretty much get over. Y'all both will get over this, that, and the other. No, he didn't. He made video after video on MiGTOW on the win, basically going on from there, and it was just ridiculous. It snowballed into something bigger than Red Pill on steroids got involved. Well, Black Pill on steroids. He used to call Red Pill on steroids at the time. He got involved in it, and then the sad part about that, I basically got involved last, and that's when the shit actually ended. But I got involved very last.
Man, let me get a few dollars though, because I just remember I just paid a bill. You got no change? Nothing. My shit, I just paid a bill.
I thought he was asking me for a few dollars. I'm like, what the hell? Like Cash App, nigga.
But for me, it's like I typically, now that I see drama, I just let it alone clear. For the most part. I steer clear of it because I like after that.
That's wise.
I stopped doing a lot of the videos that I used to do. I stopped doing a lot of the videos. I stopped doing a lot of reaction videos. Because it's like, you know what?
Actually, the sad part about that, he talks about that like that, but actually had a lot to say about his reaction. But that's like, don't even get involved, pimp. Just let it go.
I try my best not to let.
Don't. And I used to tell Win that all the time. Don't even get involved. Let it go, pimp. Let it go.
Right.
I try not to let what other people do affect how I live my life. I understand that shit is a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, my latest video, I consulted with Tico before uploading that video because I was frustrated. I've been listening to that for like triad for at least a year. Estimation. That triad between back and forth. And it was pissing me off. It was frustrating. It was frustrating me. That video in the background, I put that video as an example of basically you're basically back and forth with this triad, distracting everybody, taking everybody from their main purpose.
Yam's back,
which is helping people, which is helping.
It's so funny.
And it's self-improvement. You're distracting people from being able to improve on their own standing, their own situation.
Yeah.
By participating in this drama, going back and forth. And that's why I went off. That's why I went completely off. And that's why I said what I said. I said it to MrElite. I said I made sure that I get my equal rights and my equal tap to every link.
You're splitting up, brother. Splitting up.
You're roboting. You're roboting.
No, that wasn't scripted. That
I see you were roboting.
That was completely just.
Oh,
sorry about that.
He was a roboting for a little bit. You see, saying. Yeah, you get that sometimes.
Yeah, I'm in a bad area. Yeah, but I'm like that. All that was not scripted. That was off the top of my head, off the cuff. I mean, if you've seen the video, that was off the cuff.
I haven't seen
all my videos are off the cuff. Every single last video I've ever done is off the cuff.
I've never read off the script.
Hey, MiGTOW in the wind. Have you still got the video?
That video up.
Have you still got the video?
Yeah,
the video.
Yeah, I still got the video up.
I think all his videos are up.
Can you send it in a link
all
to
my
me?
videos are up that YouTube didn't take down.
That's one of the few that didn't take down. Wow. Holy shit. You got lucky.
The one that YouTube didn't take down.
Is it your first video you're talking about?
Yeah, they took it down. I don't know why they took. I mean, they took it down. They took my first video down, which was my first video. I took my first video down because my first video was a Warframe video. It was actually a Warframe video.
No, I mean the one with
PS4.
The one that Richie was complaining about.
No, you said the one about Richie's, basically.
Yeah, I took him down. Because
have you not still got him?
I at least want to show that show at least I could be a better person.
Yeah.
Yeah, he basically said sorry. He basically apologized and he said sorry, basically. And then Richie actually went on a tirade, calling him all types of names and shit.
Let me break this to you. Tico did not start that hashtag.
Yeah, but Richie didn't say he apologized. He didn't say nothing.
Yeah, when actually apologized. And I said to him, and I remember I said to him, you probably shouldn't have did that because that's probably going to come back and bite you. And sure enough, it came back and bit him.
No.
You know what?
Richie didn't
Tico
didn't say that.
He said nothing about you apologizing, basically.
Okay. All right. That's good. I don't care.
No, I do.
Richie said. Here's what Richie said, and I quote. I remember the video. I remember the video verbatim. After Wynn made that video, Richie said, and I quote verbatim. Yeah, that bitch, MiGTOW on the Win bitched up, and like a little sucker he is, basically. That little nigga bitched up, basically. This, that, and the other. This, that, and the other. Literally what he said verbatim. Literally what he said verbatim to MiGTOW on the Win. I'm sitting there like, oh shit. See, now he done fucked up now. Right, and I let it go on for another week or so. And I remember I called MiGTOW on the Win because MiGTOW on the Win was like very upset bad. I go, MiGTOW on the Win, let it go. I got this. That's exactly what I told MiGTOW on the Win. He goes, okay, Tico, I'm trusting you, Tico, because I don't know what to do anymore, and this motherfucker's getting on my nerves and shit like that, and this, that, and the other, this, that, and the other. And I go, don't worry, I got this. And I literally handled it, and it pretty much was over from there on out, basically.
Yeah.
See,
Man, we shouldn't be having problems with each other like this, man. It's supposed to be the manosphere, man.
Yeah, the problem is it is the manosphere, but it's kind of like some of my videos where I talk about people, you get alpha male bitch think, basically. There's a lot of people with bitch think that actually enter the manosphere, and unfortunately they can't grow up from their bitch think, and they think bitch think all the time. So therefore they drag bitch think into the manosphere, and they drag a lot of people in with them, and therefore this is what you get this drama from. And it's sad, but that's pretty much how it works. Like, we got a lot of people in the manosphere that suffer from bitch thing. I'm willing to say that. I'm willing to admit that we got a lot of motherfuckers in the manosphere that suffer from bitch thing. There's a reason why a lot of them don't get to get on the channel. There's a reason why a lot of them don't get to get on table flip and are stuck on no aux shit because they got bitch thing. So if you're on no aux shit, that means you got bitch thing. If you're on table flip, that means I trust you and you act like you got some fucking sense. If you're on no aux shit, you got bitch thing. That's pretty much how that is. Because only people that usually go on no aux shit are women and people that outside the manosphere. So if you're on no aux shit, that means I don't trust you and I don't really consider you manosphere. If you're actually on table flip, I consider you manosphere. That's typically how that works.
Is aux shit bullshit?
No aux shit. It's basically bullshit, basically. But I say no aux shit because I own oxes. Basically, so I say, yeah, it's basically bullshit, but it's not aux shit.
That's funny that you say that because I am making oxtails. So that's relevant.
See, Mr. Forma, the oxes to me are what Boston creamer to you, so we're gonna fight and keep it up. Boston creamer to you, oxes are to me.
I know that, and you've told me that you have some very lovely oxes in your yard or in your area.
Yeah, I do.
And I would like to come visit you and say hi to those oxes.
Oh my goodness.
Fella,
those oxes will probably kill you. Those oxes are big as a...
Slaughterhouse, right?
Go ahead.
And I watched the guy, the owner. There was an old woman. I think it was 1956. He said, and he told me that the woman come in and there was still rationing, and she came in for an oxtail, and they couldn't find one, and they used to use one to unbowl the toilet with. He washed it off and sold it her. I was like, you dirty bastard.
I would do the same thing. I would do the same thing.
What happened?
I would have gave her an ox one. I would have gave her a cow one.
In other words, getting rid of the shit when people had his shit because it were an oxtail. He'd unbung the toilet with it.
Oh, nice.
And then he killed it.
He's a savage.
To an old woman after.
He's a savage. He sold her a shitty oxtail. Funny.
Well, you know what? I really can't. The way I think about it, I would just say, if that was to happen, I would just say, well, you wash it off. I mean, because you're talking about a person that eats chitlins. So it's like, you gotta wash it off, and maybe it'll be all right.
Well, if you heat it up to a certain temperature, it'll kill all the germs, technically.
Yeah.
I mean, because, I'll eat the ox's tail. I'll eat the ox's chitlins, which is his intestines. I'll take the liver. I'll eat the whole thing.
I don't eat ox at all.
I'll eat the ox's, his eyeballs and everything, but I won't deal with the private area. But I'll eat everything. I like
they
ox,
didn't.
man.
I thought oxtails was part of the cow.
When you go back to the 15th, 16th century, what did they eat? They had the trotters, they had the innards. They didn't wear nothing to go to waste because that's how starving they were.
Yeah, yeah. And like a lot of our cultures still carry on some of those traditions. That's
Yeah.
why we,
Yeah,
that's why some of us eat. Some of us eat pig's feet. Some of us eat different types of chitlins.
What,
Some
pig
of us
knuckle?
eat tripe.
It's a cow knuckle or pig knuckle or something like that.
Yeah, you eat tripe. Some people eat.
You know what tripe is, don't you?
Nope.
Huh?
I don't want to know.
Tripe is a stomach dyed white.
Have you guys heard of bullets?
Turned inside
Bullets?
out, I went to the slaughterhouse. You get the stomach, you slit it open, you turn it inside out, get rid of all the grass, wash it out, hang it up, and then they come, take it away, bleach it white, and say eat tripe, which my mum said was fish. It wasn't. It was cow's belly turned inside out.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, it is. And I got to tell you, my daughter can make some good tripe. I'm sorry. It's pretty good.
A nigga might be from a third world country, but a nigga got standards when it comes to food, so I'm never eating that.
Exactly. I don't understand that. You from a third world country. You supposed to be eating all this shit. I eat like a third world person. I'm from the United States.
Nigga, I got standards, okay? Like I said, a nigga might be from a third world country, but a nigga got standards.
No,
I'm not eating that
Dusty
shit.
was right about you. Dusty was right about you. You're some bougie ass third world, man.
Yeah, yes I am. Yes I am. I think what is either Americus? It was either Americus or Shinobi once said it in the comment section. He's an uppity third world country nigga.
Yeah, he's an uppity third world, man. You better get out of here. You better eat these damn oxtails.
I man grew up in the project.
Hang on, guys. Hang on. Slow down. Everybody's talking at once. Go, Tru Sherm.
The soda wars will commence very soon. I've been saying it for months now, but now I will go ahead and put an end to the soda wars at the same time, starting it all at the same time, because there's nothing you can come back with.
Yes, there is. You know how much shit I can come back with?
Nope.
Yes, I can. Shit, I got shit from across the border that can actually compete with this shit.
Nope.
Yes.
Hey, Tico.
Yes.
Have you
anything at the store?
I can purchase anything across the border and on this side of the border. That'll pretty much compete with that. So if you start a soda war, Tru, it's going to continue. So it's not going to end.
Hey, Tru.
And I'm pretty sure MrElite's going to get involved too, and Mr. Forma's going to get involved.
It'll be over.
No, it won't. But go ahead, Sigma.
Tico, have you ever tried Queen?
Oh hell no.
No,
not doing it. Not doing it.
I did in Ecuador when I lived in Ecuador for 2 years. It's guinea pig. Queen is guinea pig. But the like.
Yeah, I know. They eat some of the weirdest shit in Ecuador. I don't even ask questions when it comes to Ecuador.
It's really nice, man. You just got to put the right spices into it.
However, I have eaten the what's it called? The crazy poisonous spider in Costa Rica before. Basically, take it, roast it, and put it on a stick and roast it. Basically.
Oh, you're talking about the size of a hand, aren't they? Roughly.
Yeah,
do you guys know about this soda right here?
What's
it's
soda?
Called Guaraná. It's Brazilian.
Yes, Brazilian. I know about that. That's what I'm telling Tru Sherm. He don't want none of this soda war smoke. He don't want none of this soda war smoke. He don't want none of this soda war smoke. I'm telling him.
This is Southern California. We specialize in making some of the best cream sodas on the planet. So if you think I'm just going to drive down to the store and do an A&W cream soda.
Have you not heard about that?
Ain't nothing but a root beer float that should have got ate earlier.
Right?
Have you not heard about that new drink that can heal you and it's supposed to be addictive too? It's what you call seabed.
Yeah, I heard of it.
Manna or something.
Yeah, I heard of it.
I got a soda war for you. How about you take my margarita and run that shit through my soda stream?
Hey, I've got bourbon. It don't really matter.
How about a rum and coke? Run that bitch through the soda stream. That's a soda.
All this shit.
Hey, you guys.
Janky Show in the house. Janky Show in the house. Well, not in the chat, but in the house.
Hold
on, Janky. You want on, Janky?
Oh, Janky! Finally! Finally!
He like dodging chat. He dodges chats like Trump dodges taxes. He dodges last week like Trump dodges taxes. Janky, I'm sending you a chat. You better show up, or I'm about to do a drivedowner.com.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie though, ain't nothing fucking with the Mexican burritos. That's the best fucking
Burritos? Oh, burritos are the shit. Tru Sherm don't know nothing about that. Tru Sherm don't know nothing about that.
I mean, he's seen it in the store. That means buy one. But he's in San Diego. I'm sure he's seen
Are
them.
you kidding me?
A double
What are
I.
you talking about?
Double
I'm
I.
surrounded by nothing but
But
tacos.
those are the Americanized ones that you're drinking. You don't know nothing about the real ones, pimp.
Double I. I'm heating up 4 slices of sog chicken pizza.
Ooh. Not bad. Not bad.
Yes.
Since we're going into half lockdown again, I actually cooked up a whole pot of my chicken. Let's see, what is it? Red Thai curry simmer sauce. I used the simmer sauce, and I made a whole batch of chicken with coconut milk in it, vegetables and everything, right? So it's like a soup slash, meaty combination that you could just basically throw into a container and take it to work and nuke it and eat it for lunch. So basically,
like
I got
gravy?
Yeah,
Gravy
yeah, it's
or-
freaking awesome. It's almost like a soup because when you add the coconut milk to it, it turns the curry sauce into like a soupy
Slurry.
Is it almost like how like coriander sauce, like coriander like?
I'm going to show you. I got 2 of them that I haven't cooked yet. So I'm going to
What are you
show
talking
you what
about?
the package looks like.
A half lockdown. Another half lockdown. What's going on?
Well,
Yeah, California's going through a half
there's
lockdown.
there's another wave coming through. So this is the simmer sauce.
Don, you're making me hungry.
That's the simmer sauce.
Man, I'm about to give me some horchata.
And then you get this stuff right here, which is coconut milk, unsweetened. You don't want the sweetened stuff because that's just bad for you. So let's look at some of this stuff, right? 100 calories. Saturated fat, 40%.
Elevator.
But coconut milk is really good for you, right? So
You're waiting on the elevator, Sherm?
No,
You're consuming.
I'm playing Streets of Rage 4. Fucking.
It's Forma.
I'm putting
Mr. Forma
goddamn
told
controller
me
down.
that.
So you're essentially consuming coconut milk
Goddamn game pisses me
inside
off
of the
sometimes.
curry. So this will take the flavor of the curry, and when you combine the two, it's the flavor speaks for itself. My recommendation is add garlic to it, add a little bit of cilantro to it, and also add
What is
onions,
cilantro?
ton of vegetables. Cilantro?
Yes.
It's an herb.
It's an herb. Yeah.
Oh.
Cilantro. It's basically matter of fact, you should know what it is. Your ex used to eat it all the damn time. Like it's going out of style. It's part of her culture.
I mean, you can get cilantro in many different ways, right? I usually get herbs because of what's going on right now with COVID. I just want all my shit fresh and available, so I get them right there.
It looks organic.
Oh, I get organic cilantro head ass.
Yeah. So it's prepackaged, you know.
I get my shit from the fucking farmer's market face ass.
You're better off that way. But if you don't have one near you, like me, you got to deal with what you got.
I get all my stuff directly from the farm.
So just to give you guys an idea of what I cooked up. So I made this.
I'm just going all basic. Guess what? Look, I'm just going all basic.
I just saw everything. I just saw everything.
I'm just going
into this.
Just put the ram sticker on it. Unbelievable.
So basically,
Nice.
this is the soup that I speak of, and essentially I just put this inside of a bowl, take it wherever I need to eat it, and then nuke it and eat it. Ever since I've been eating healthy like this, I've definitely noticed a difference, guys. So you know,
Which reminds
this
me, I need
eating
to
out
go,
and stuff like that, I totally recommend you not. The only time I've broke not eating out is when Yam offered up a couple of awesome cooked, what do you call it? I think either they were empanada. What were they, Yami? Vegetarian somethings, but they were pretty good.
What, kind of like veggie, momo, like?
Yeah. It was like it was really good. So that was the only time I ate out. But other than that, I haven't eaten out since this whole thing began.
Well, they're doing some kind of bullshit light shutdown that's not going to fucking work regardless. Me personally, a lot of us speculated that they're just simply they're doing this because they're trying to pander to the anti-left, the anti-American left. But it's like that didn't work. All that did was cause everyone in the world to fucking do their own fireworks, and that caused fires and disturbing people and shit like that. And it's like, well, next year, bitch to your government officials about locking shit down, and maybe you won't have, because that's all you did by saying that you can't go somewhere to watch fireworks because of the coronavirus. All you did was caused, I'm serious, go look it up. Go look up San Diego, go look up Los Angeles on July the 4th. You would have thought that the fucking second American Revolution was getting ready to happen. Just they were in the helicopter or a drone or something, and they were just going across all the land, and everywhere you look, there was someone setting off some fireworks for at least an hour. That shit went on for an hour, and every single pop I heard, every single pop, crackle I heard, it sounded like freedom. It sounded and tasted like freedom. I got to be honest with you, because it's just that many people. You got to understand, these are people who escaped socialism. These are people who escaped communism. So that's just how many people are telling you to go fuck yourself with your anti-American bullshit.
For real.
Even the Hispanic people are saying, "Go fuck it. We love the America. Viva America." Shit, motherfucker. Trump in Texas.
But this the thing, though. I mean, like, I'm down with all that shit, but it's like, the freedom to burn a fucking firework to me ain't no damn freedom.
Yeah, it doesn't really make sense, but it was fun to hear all that shit going off the other night.
Shit, I was lighting fireworks, and I was writing illegal fireworks yesterday.
It's just symbolic.
I get it.
Enough of the not to say the symbolic is bad, but let's make the symbolism bigger and better.
For real.
Well, like the country of Chaz.
Let's make a motherfucking.
Didn't they dismantle that shit?
I know what you're saying, but
the sad part about that, they tried to come back later that day and take it back again, and they were met with stiff resistance after they tried to come back and retake Chaz again.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, the cops only stood there like, I wish a Chaz person would.
Right. The guy who drove his moped for the first time in 3 weeks was like, "Nah, you're not coming back. I get to ride my moped again."
I'm gonna go now because
Dusty, how you? Oh, go ahead, boss man.
Go ahead, Sigma.
I'm gonna go now because I'm gonna eat. Guys, any of you guys that want to come on with me and Arpos on Friday, 8:30 on my channel, we're going to be talking about survival. We're going to be talking about military and stuff. If you want to come on, feel free.
Okay.
Do we have Sigma's channel in the link, or so some people?
It's just Sigma. Just put Sigma in Sigma, and you'll find me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to find it and subscribe to it so I can, you know what I mean, find you easier.
If you want to send me a link to get into that Sigma, my email's under all my videos. I think he does have it.
Yeah.
He actually can send me a link in Discord if he really wanted to too.
Yeah, he's been putting it on his channel on the community.
Oh, okay, yeah, never mind. Then I'll just go over here and look at it then.
Yeah, he's got the link there. So
all right.
Okay,
I'll go over there and definitely look at it. All right. Have a good night. Be safe and be healthy and safe.
Tico, thank you for accepting my post, man. Thank you.
There's like
You're welcome, brother. You're welcome.
Sigma. You're gonna have to give me a link. Wait.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of people named Sigma. It's on. I think you said it's on Arpaz's community page.
Yeah. We'll put the link in there.
Are you Sigma News?
No, just Sigma.
Just Sigma. Okay.
Just Sigma. I think it's on Arpaz's actual channel.
Whose
Yeah,
channel?
It's on his it's on his community page apparently.
Whose?
Yeah.
Arpaz's.
Okay, guys, you have a good one, and thank you. And thank you for clarifying MiGTOW and Tico about Richter. Thank you. I
You're
really
welcome.
needed
Anytime, brother.
Hey, that's what we're here for on Tico Tren channel, man. You can never say, oh, finally the truth comes out. You can never say that when you're on Tico.
I'm man enough to know. I'm man enough.
The truth always comes out on Tico Trench channel, no matter if you like it or not. You're not gonna like it, but it's gonna come out.
Well, actually, I think this is a good time for me to cut it off because I gotta head out early.
Okay. Catch you later, guys. Bye.
All right, see you, Sigma.
Because we did a bye, Sigma.
See you, Sigma.
Yeah, we did like damn near a 5-hour, 6-hour stream like last week.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about we should cut loose like in a few minutes or so.
Okay.
And everyone wants to do their shout outs.
Look what I just got in the mail.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
You got your segues. Nice.
Yeah. Well, that
nice
one's for
segue.
Mango Chunks. This one's mine.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, this one's Mango Chunks. Mine does the whole remote control.
Do you have the suitcase that
thing.
follows you? I saw that shit. I thought that was the
Yam is
dopest
no
thing.
longer cool. Yam is no longer cool because now Mango Chunks has a segue.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I might go make a stop at Costco today since I got the day off. Might have to give me one.
Well, here's the thing. They don't sell these at Costco. So,
Amazon. I gotta do that. Amazon.
and then the other thing is you just missed out because Amazon had a sale. So,
Yeah, I just never looked in there. I gotta have like an Amazon notification.
yeah, man.
Oh yeah.
Well, before we do our closeouts and all that, I would like to say thank you, Mr. for coming on and clearing the air. I wish we would have had MrElite on, the source of all this to kind of, but I'm pretty sure he's going to put out a video and just keep doing his thing. And that's all I can ask of you, MrElite. If you're listening, just, keep doing your thing. Some of us do get caught up with troll bullshit. It happens, dude. Like, seriously. So I know I've learned from it. I hope we all learned something from this podcast. And with that being said, you guys go ahead and do your outros.
Let me
All
go
right,
first.
this is
I'll go
Mr.
first.
Forma.
Forma,
Thank
go
you
first.
very much for having me on here, as always. And what you were saying earlier, Tru, of course, we're going to come over here and air out any grievances or whatever's going on. This is the place to do it. The Tico Tren, the Tru Sherm streams here. This is where we can all come as a collective, as a community, to talk and to get things out in the open. You know what I mean? I would have it no other way. This is my go-to place to talk and express how I feel. And I'm just glad that it's here, and I thank each and every one of you brothers for having me. Have a
Thank
good
you
one.
for being here. Thank you for being here.
A great example.
All right, I'll go next because this is MiGTOW to win. All I can ask is for you to keep your peace, keep your happiness, and don't let anybody take it from you, no matter whether it's on or off YouTube. Always remain level. Signing off.
This man ever talk about peace. He never talks about peace. What the fuck is really going on? You been held hostage, MiGTOW to win?
Hey, look here. Anything else should be. I mean, I'm getting a little more mellow. Oh,
Shout out to
yeah.
the
To the parties that be. Ola,
Shout out to the Suds. Shout out to everybody at Sports Tico Tren channel. Shout out to the Tren Train, America's Deville, Shinobi One. Shout out all you motherfuckers in the chat. Free Agent Pepe, Red Pill Fred. Shout out all y'all motherfuckers. Y'all come to subscribe to Bear and Yam channel, where that's where the party's at. And always find your happiness. Always support your fellow brothers. And yeah, never give up your peace. You'll always be trying. Or there's always gonna be somebody trying to use you.
Oh,
at the end of the day, but if you're just happy and you don't
to
let
the
them
parties that be. Ola. To the parties that be.
God.
Ola.
Why me? Why me?
All right, Dusty, you want to go ahead and do your outro, bro, boss man?
Yeah, Dusty, go ahead.
Okay, Dusty is at the current moment doing some gangster shit, so we're going to go ahead and go to Double I.
Right?
This is Double I. Thank you for listening to us. We appreciate your time. Make sure you pursue your happiness. Go after what will make you the best version of yourself. Ignore all the noise. Oh, am I boring somebody there?
No, you're fine. I was reading. I'm sorry.
Sounds like it.
Tico, mute yourself.
Whatever, smart ass. Don't make me kick your ass today.
And go in a corner and read some dictionary terms.
Yeah, okay, right.
All
Happy
right.
today.
Well, thank you for joining us. This is Double I, and I'm out. Since I'm boring Tico.
You're not boring me. I was already yawning before that, smart ass. Don't go there trying to make me feel guilty. That don't work.
You should feel guilty.
I don't feel guilty. I got too many children to feel guilty. They know damn well. Yeah, that's not gonna work.
Don't make me call Laszlo. Don't make me call Laszlo and contract him out to take your ass out.
Guilty. Shit. You better off getting Winston to make me feel guilty.
We've been hanging around too long.
I know, right? I know, right?
So, Dusty, you want to do your outro?
Dusty, you're a live man.
Dusty,
you're a live man.
And Dust will trust.
Oh no.
Here you
the
go.
Feminist got him.
Here you go.
The feminist got him.
Go ahead, Dusty. You might want to unmute your mic too, by the way.
Who, me?
No, Dusty. He just needed his mic back.
Come on, Dusty. You can do it. If the feminist got you, blink twice.
I'm sorry about that, fellas.
Go ahead. Do your outro.
And Dust, we trust, man. This is the thing, man. We have to really take accountability for our actions, whatever those may be, good or bad. Take accountability for our position. We have to take accountability for everything because we're men and nobody feels sorry for us. So, at the end of the day, if we're representing something, let's make the best effort to represent it correctly and to the best of our ability.
Indeed, we tea.
And in Dust, we trust.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this has been Tru Sherm's Relentless. If we end up on Tuesday, it's True Tuesday. But this is more or less a Tico thing.
I gotta go.
I'll go ahead, boss man. Thank you for coming, man. This is a Tico thing, really. He has allowed me to do this, so I thank Tico above all else. But if you want to check out my channel, all you got to do is just type in TRU space SHERM, and you should be able to find me and all my stuff. I got music, food reviews. The Soda Wars will recommence, of course. We will. What do I do over there? Video games and Mini Sherm, and now I got the Full Metal MiGTOW stuff over there. So, also on my channel opener or main page or whatever you want to call it, on the side you'll see all the channels that you need to be subscribing to. The top 10, the top 11 I got over there on the side. If you see them in there, subscribe to them, and then subscribe to all the people that they promote and so on and so forth. Because it's nothing but good content, guys. It really is. And granted, the subject matter that we talked about today, all I could say is that I hold no hatred toward anyone. You live your life in accordance to what you believe you need to follow. My only thing is just be real and support those that you can. And if you don't want to, then just, hey, do your thing. And hopefully, there's just not this back and forth drama bullshit. But other than that, the drama is really if you participate in it, really. And I just say I can't do it, dude. I just can't participate in all this bullshit. The moment I find, I have beef with this person, it's like, okay, I'll say my piece, and then after that, bye-bye. It's over. Nothing else to discuss, nothing else to talk about. So
I like to see us cherish the brotherhood that some of us have created on here with each other. Like, some of us really genuinely became each other's friends and really created friendships that that have benefited our lives, and that's why I say we have to be authentic with each other, because you don't want a brotherhood to be built on false pretenses.
Precisely.
True.
And see that's why it's a good thing that, you know, if you can't make it to this podcast, then make it to someone's podcast. Create some kind of brotherhood in your own circle. But that's all the time we have for today. Tico, you got anything for him before we take off?
Yeah, I'm gonna say one of my favorite quotes that I actually came up with. Remember this, guys. I don't hate anyone or hold grudges, because that requires too much time and energy and mental space that I'm not willing to donate. Tico Tren.
And that has been the Tru Sherm's Relentless. Bye, niggas.
Bye, niggas.
Next week. I gotta go get some Twisted Tea, nigga. I gotta go get some
Twisted Tea.
Yes.
I gotta go to the dispensary.